the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero.
Well, good Saturday morning, everyone. There is Chrissy. There is Sherry. Katz Hodge is back. Woo! Girl, I've missed you. Where you been? Mirvi is in the house. Ilyanka, Sherry Lynn. Woo! Kind of an impromptu live. You know, we normally don't do anything on the weekends, but when my superhero comes to call, I have to say something about it. And I think we all know who I'm talking about. The one and only Lisa Kay. She has struck again. And this one is a big one. Let's go ahead and, in solidarity, tell her thank you. She's doing great work out there. She's doing great work, great research. We're going to do a little backstory on our friend Lisa, our superhero. And then we're going to talk about what she has pulled in the last couple of days, which is confusing, yet intriguing, and then somehow in very bad taste. I find it hilarious. Okay? As you know, a couple of weeks ago, I did a show about Andrew Hiltz, okay? And in that show, Mama Bear, that's her channel, I'm That Bitch Mama Bear, I had a question about Andrew. She came on panel. Okay, fair enough, but people were really upset. And then I had several messages after. I kept saying this show is not about this person. We're talking about Andrew and his whatever, Minecraft, Roblox, bullying, whatever he's got going on. Andrew's always got something going on. He's busier than a three-peckered billy goat. He's got tons of stuff going on. Okay, and so I get hit with all this information about a girl named Taylor. So like a week later, I do a show with her and she's talking about, which by the way, victims have a right to speak on their behalf. They do. Okay. Have you checked out Netflix lately? There's a lot of documentaries of people talking about what has happened in their life. We have parents advocating for their children. It hit some people the wrong way and they kind of think that she's lying or she's been manipulated for views. Well, good luck on that one. That's crazy. I can't even get my husband to mow the lawn. That's really a good one. But one that's really had an issue with it is our hero, Lisa Kay. She always knows what's what. The usual YouTube theater and the rhetoric and the, well, why? Why didn't she go to the police when she was 11? I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's become quite a shitstorm. This is the only other time I've talked about it. Seems like other people are keeping it going, but there are some things that need to be addressed and corrected. Okay, they need to be addressed and corrected. Let's tell everybody good morning and get your coffee, get your Bloody Mary, get your hot tea, get your orange juice. And look who's knocking at the back door. Our chat boss, managing moderator, and one of my very best friend from England, our one and only Cat OG. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Brooks. Good morning, chat. I'm really good, thank you. I enjoyed a really nice lay-in with Chip this morning, so enjoyed that. And I'm really excited that we're talking about my favorite ever genius on the internet today.
Oh, we have to do a disclaimer. I don't know how to put it. I did not ask Albert Einstein or his commission or his foundation for permission to use his picture, which Lisa K. Ruitt says is against YouTube terms of service and you can get sued for. So I just have to go ahead and put that out. Do you think we're safe, or should I just use a picture of me?
No, I think Albert Einstein could privacy strike you. You know the rules, but I think you're good.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forget. I've got to change it right now. Well, let's get to what's going on. She's questioning attorneys' ethics.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you about an attorney that used to come into an MRI clinic I worked at. He laughed about the craziest payments. Now, mind you, he was a defense attorney. There's all kinds of different attorneys. Some people seem to believe that this law firm is a defense attorney. Well, they're in Oklahoma. They're not in South Carolina. And they have like 17 different offices: tax law, divorce, family, aided prosecution, defense. I mean, one thing after another, civil court. I mean, they have a lot of stuff going on. So she's giving everybody the wrong law firm.
Mm-hmm. Genius.
Now, she is the person that came into chat when we did the show about her, because she was my superhero again, because she saved Ernie. I mean, she saved Ernie. She told everybody about it. And she came in and she said that she supports Shelby Shell and she sends him money because that's the Christian thing to do. Woo. Ooh.
I know what else she sends to Shelby Shell. Pictures of young children that aren't hers or his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you say ethics violation, Brooks?
Ethics violation. But those are her ethics, so she violated her own Christian ethics. Okay. Good morning, Lisa A. Everyone, before we get going, Lisa A lost her puppy dog Paige this week, and it has been really, really hard on her and her whole family. So I need everyone to please give her an internet hug, give her some words of wisdom, because these are hard things to get through. You're gonna have to straighten up that video for me, and I need one of Candace getting spanked for when people put in memberships. So were you surprised that Lisa took up the banner on what she called the Taylor saga? I have spoken about it one time, and today I'm not talking about Taylor because she's represented by an attorney now. She is a client and she talks to them.
Mm-hmm.
So if something's a saga, why would you keep it going? I mean, if you have a question, wouldn't you just ask someone that you've known for 6 years?
Yeah, but that's kind of not her style. She has to go round proving that she's right and everybody else is wrong. In the meantime, being really condescending and patronizing to everybody that she speaks to. And then it turns out that actually she's wrong, but she doesn't correct the record. She just says, but they're my receipts, Brooks.
Oh, she put up receipts, but she put up the wrong receipts. In her Google screenshots, she thinks Google is the Library of fucking Congress. She's like, see, receipts. And I'm like, that's a screenshot. One thing
Yeah.
she put up, it appeared to be a LinkedIn. And obviously, it hasn't been updated because that woman does not work for that law firm in South Carolina. She works for a law firm in Oklahoma. Why did no one ask Lisa? Obviously, they didn't watch a show or they didn't take 8th grade civics. Why would a law firm in South Carolina be representing something? What is going on? Who's on my fucking phone? Who is bothering me? Give me a second. Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't anything to do with my granddaughter. Okay, it's not. It's Pam Tate. Anyhow, that makes everything. Damn it! I just fucking told her.
Text her back and tell her to get in chat.
Okay, yeah, just come to chat. Quit bothering me. Gaelic Girl says receipts I get at the store. Yeah, those are called real receipts. Her receipts are things that make no sense. Well, this is not her first rodeo of solving crimes. She was in the Sophie Long group, and
Yep.
it turned out she had a lot of sock accounts in there. Okay, that was told to me by an admin that took over after Critical K got involved, and boy, was that a circus. The Cash Gurdon group, where she became, in her mind, very chummy with Cash Gurdon's grandma.
Well, we all know how that went down.
Called her the crazy lady from Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then she found a new banner, and that became Rose Bly and, of course, Summer Wells. And the post is still, I mean, if you want to go see in the Cash Gurdon group and you care, I mean, you can go look. When I posted this child is missing, this was on June 16th of 2021. Out of, Rogersville, Tennessee. I can't remember exactly what I said. And she goes, oh, I'll have to look this up. But now she's friends of the family.
Yeah. Friends with the ex-husband of Rose,
And
who's Summer's aunt.
Mhm.
And apparently their paralegal and their contact in the FBI have solved Rose Bly's case.
Mhm.
And now she knows everything about Summer's case. And she knew Jeannie at high school. And I can't with her. She's
Don't even get me going on Lily Peters and how she changed her Facebook to how she went to high school in Chippewa Falls.
uh-huh.
That one she might be able to dig up. I don't know. And then from there, it appears to me she came very, of course, she's a pedophile sympathizer. Okay.
Mhm.
She spends a lot of time, cutting victims down, she called Mary a liar, Jeannie a liar. I mean, all these people a liar. I mean, she takes up for these people.
Mhm.
Told us it's the Christian thing to do for her to send money to Shelby Shell. Ernie
Mhm.
said it on this channel many times. Oh yeah, she thinks that's her boyfriend.
Mhm.
Well, let's get to the Rose Bly case, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Taylor.
Mhm.
Oh, there she is. Whew. Can I get an oil painting of that? Is a great artist. Can I get an oil painting of this?
You sure can.
And don't you dare even try to resize those 70s glasses.
I
Oh,
couldn't make them any bigger, could I? Let's be
no,
fair.
no. The more Coke bottle, the better. Please bring it to Mama.
Uh-huh. Got it.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This subject right here keeps me awake at night. Makes me wonder, how does this lady know all this information? How's it humanly possible? She wasn't born and raised in Wisconsin. She was born and raised in Michigan.
Dippy said, "Oh, okay, we're talking about Lisa Kay, I'm guessing." Well, not so much about Lisa Kay, just that her research doesn't add up this time. And Dippy, you of all people know where the law firm is. And she's telling people it's in South Carolina. And people are calling this law firm called Compton Law in Greenville, South Carolina. I think it's Greenville. And they're calling, and all they're asking is things like, is Taylor, I'm not going to put her last name out, your client? And they're like, no. Well, she's not. She's
Because
not.
it's the wrong law firm.
Wrong law firm. But that's my Wonder Woman. I mean, she knows. Her research is spot on. I'm telling you. It's a good thing she doesn't work for NASA, because rockets would go into Lake Ontario.
In the Grand Rapids area. Now, how does she know? How does she claim to know Rose Bly when Rose Bly was growing up? How does she know that? She knows too much in this case, and it keeps me awake at night trying to figure out, how does this lady know all this? Because everything, I would say, in my experience with her in a year and a half, everything this lady says is true. She's correct. How is this humanly possible?
Has she ever been wrong, Kat?
I was just about to say, I think I could save Dee a bit of a headache by telling her that she's not correct about anything, but I think that might blow Dee's mind a little bit even more.
Well,
So
let's rewind back to August of 2021. Did the FBI come to your flat in England to see you?
because I watched a video behind a paywall on Patreon, no, they didn't. No, they never turned up, and I baked a cake and everything, and they never came and saw me. I was
They did not.
disappointed in the FBI, I have to say.
Tilly told me the same thing, that Lisa
Mhm.
was telling her, since you all watched a screen recording of something from, that dollar whatever Critical K had going on, that the FBI was coming to see you. So
Mhm.
so the
Boy, did I
FBI,
wait for the FBI. I'm telling you, boy, did I wait for them. I was so ready for that. It's disappointing.
it is disappointing, because Lisa's never wrong.
Hmm.
I got to figure it out. Y'all, it's driving me nuts. Who is Lisa K. Roots? She got a YouTube channel with no videos and 136 subscribers. At first, when Summer come up missing,
Okay, this is obviously from a while ago, but I mean, we can layer this and layer this and layer this about her expertise. Remember, she's retiree by day, she's crime fighter by night, and she quilts. And she quilts in her spare time and takes care of a lot of cats. Okay.
Don't forget the quilting. Very important.
Mm-hmm. And the way that she wants to attack Taylor and put out the wrong law firm, do you want to help or not?
Hmm. It's, for a start, it's not really her business. But when you make it your business, at least get the facts straight before you put stuff out. It's called research.
She's the best researcher ever. I think the United States Supreme Court is going to bring her in, because she obviously is a slave to detail. One thing she won't understand when she gets that very, very important appointment, she can't use fucking Google.
Google.
Okay? She can't use Google. It doesn't work that way.
she did a live stream with Zev Girl 11 months ago.
Huh. Okay, so it looks like Lisa is backstage.
Awesome.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Wow, you sound good.
Okay.
So explain who you are again, because there are some new people probably coming that are here that didn't see our previous chats.
I'm just a friend of some of the family. Rose's husband, her sister, and a couple friends that grew up with the girl.
She's a friend of the family. Are you all listening to this?
Do they know this, she's a friend? That's what I want to know.
Do they know that they're a friend? That'd be like me telling you I've talked to Kat's dad on the phone when everybody was half cocked for New Year's Eve, and I'd say, I'm a friend of the family.
Yeah.
No. Anyone that says, oh, she didn't say that, this is her.
Mm-hmm.
This is her.
Friend of the family, friend of the husband, friend with someone that grew up with, like literally, she's inserted herself square inside the family.
Yeah, she's right there. It almost makes me wonder, since she likes to get so involved with these families that are having horrible times, if she is trying to create her own family in a way. Because, I mean, according to her, I don't know, she's very friendly with the Shell family. She sends money to Shelby, sends him minor children's pictures. I mean, writes him letters, emails, however it works.
Well, also, she talks to Ernie's sister, because she's at least on one occasion said, but why did your sister tell me this? Why is your sister saying this? Your sister told me this. So obviously she's gone to the sister of Ernie Shell. Like, you can't say you don't go real life on people when you're talking to people's intimate family members with something that has nothing to do with them, you know?
Coco Pop, you are a friend of my family because she has read some of my husband's comments. Yes, we can all brilliantly say, I'm using an English word, that we are friends of each other and we're friends of the family.
Yeah, I'm friends with your family because I like your cat.
Well, they're out of hand right now, Kat. We're going to have to talk about that with their new movement.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's saying right here, oh, I'm just friends of the family. And Zav Girl is, she's eating it hook, line, and sinker, but we also know she's done.
Some of the family, Rose's husband, her sister, and a couple friends that grew up with the girls.
The girls, like they're her
So-
sisters or something.
Did you know Candace really well?
Yeah, and obviously Lisa's outside because you can hear an airplane. Zav Girl, we know that she just sits behind her desk in tie-dye and, stares. So I don't know why she can't be a little more professional considering her fucking credentials. It's really letting me down. I was going to have her. I mean, really. I mean, I want an autographed picture of her. Molly Go Lightly used to sell them for $10 a shot. I mean, I need that. I need that.
We'll make it happen.
She's like in the girls. So she's friends with Rose's minor children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to believe that.
They grew up with the girls. I think she was talking about Candace, Jeannie, and Rose, weren't she? The girls.
Oh, I thought she meant Rose's children. Let me listen.
Oh, she might have meant that. I don't know. I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry to replay it, but this is important. Everybody will get it in a second.
Some of the family, Rose's husband, her sister, and a couple friends that grew up with the girls.
Well, if she's talking about Rose's children, she don't need to be friends with
Candace
children.
really well?
No, I do not know Candace.
I mean,
Go ahead. I do know her background and her mom's.
Yeah, how do you know Candace's mum then?
Her mom.
I do know her background and her mom. Well, how do you know her mom? And her background is it's very easy to find. But you defended her, Lisa. Don't tell me you didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knows a lot about people that she claims not to actually know very well. I don't know her, but I know her background. I know her mum. I know her sister, and I grew up with the girls, friends that grew up with the girls. So basically, do you know her or not? Like, you know everything about her, but you don't know her, right?
Well, and preschool Granny, she actually knows Candace's older sister because she lives in Wisconsin. And she said, Jean is one of my preschool family's best friend. I've met her. And she's the one that stays out of it. And Lisa actually had the story that when Candace had this baby in Arkansas, her and Jeannie, she calls her, people that actually know her call her Jean, that they arranged for an adoption. So no attorney, no social services. Her and Jean did this. But she says she never said that. No, she's in her own world, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Oh, preschool Granny said my sister-in-law and my neighbor both went to school with Grandis. Well, it's on the screen. Lisa K. Ruitz is going to be all over this, and that's okay. But I know that you're not making it up, because that wouldn't be anyone's freaking claim to fame.
Right. 100%.
Yeah, nobody.
Left their dad when the girls were younger and ran off with their girlfriends. So their dad, Jim, raised the girls.
Some insight on that. This morning, I spoke to Investigative Sergeant Mike Stoffel of the Polk County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin, and he told me that they do not believe that the two cases are connected. Sergeant Stoffel also stated that Rose's case is still an open investigation, and he said that things are definitely happening over there in Wisconsin on the case. I told him about the live I was going to do tonight, and I asked him if it was okay. I actually asked for permission, and he said it was fine. And other than that, he would not comment further. Now, I want to make it clear that when we talk tonight about things that none of us have seen in official documents from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, we have to remember that these things must be considered with the word allegedly.
Does not know Candace or Don. He has texted with Candace, but he does not. Has never met her. Chris is not going to come up. Chris will never come up.
I know, everybody wants Chris to come up. Everybody wants to just hear his voice, or they want me to hear his voice or something, but I don't think he's going to do that.
Chris, Jeannie, and Candy will never come up on panel.
Oh, look at her. Chris, Jeannie, and Candy will never come up on panel. Angry Little Beaver said, I stand with Taylor. I do too.
I do too.
I do too. There's people in this very chat that have donated to her legal fee that know exactly where their money went. If you want receipts, the receipts are scrolling through right now. It's been 2 years of nothing but gossip and drama, talking about Taylor, her mother, Andrew, this little small circle that, I don't watch their shows, so I didn't know. But suddenly it gets thrown on my lap going, well, you should open your eyes. This is what's really going on. I did. And I believe her.
I believe her. And as Gaelic would say, my eyes are open.
Say it like Gaelic does.
Oh, my eyes are open.
There you go. Yeah, you got to say it like Scary AF when she. Okay.
Love you, Gaelic.
We love you, Denny. So there's another creator. I think was it Benny or someone else saying, why is this an emergency all of a sudden? It's been talked about for a long time. Yeah. I got caught up real fast. I was like, oh, okay. Well, if you can't be there in person to file these police reports, because we're talking about other states, you're going to have to get an attorney. Ooh, look at that. Paper Cut gifted a Crime Lines and Lights membership. Who got it? Who got it?
Chris will go into chat. Jeannie will occasionally comment in the comments on a YouTube. I've seen her do that. But yeah, and Rose Meyer comments too under a pseudonym, but that's it.
Right.
Okay. We respect that. Yeah.
I do. I've done a lot of research into that. There's a lot of information that is not publicly known.
For me to make it clear that Rose's ex-husband, Chris Larson, is the person who reported his 21-year-old wife, Rose, missing 24 hours after she failed to return home. Chris also took at least one polygraph, and law enforcement has stated that it showed that he was being truthful. Also contacted somebody who is on the Facebook for
Polygraphs prove nothing.
Mm-mm.
They are not allowed into court. It just kind of, in some cases, gives the officers, the detectives, a leg up if there's something that their blood pressure went like way up on. Now, I mean, if it's a slam dunk, then they investigate even harder. And when they
Mhm.
do, it could be wasted energy or they could be right on. I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
It's like Jeanette was talking to Lisa Jetton, and she said, when this is all done, she was like, Cattle King's going to have to take a polygraph, and so is Taylor. And they're going to find out real quick who's lying. No one's going to give her a polygraph. And I'm not sure if they will give him one. That I don't know. I mean, the investigation should have been ongoing from the time she was attacked at the age of 14, but we can't exactly go back in time. And I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, and I know some people do not like it, and they just want to leave well enough alone and leave it in the past. I personally don't feel like our country is safe or our world with someone out there that could or could not be a pedophile. I mean, there will be an investigation.
Yep. And it won't be based on a lie detector test or a polygraph result.
No.
Guarantee that. Even if they polygraph, it's still going to be investigated. It's not going to rest solely on a bloody polygraph, is it?
No. They don't even bring them up. We've watched many a trial together.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've ever heard a polygraph being brought up is when Letitia Stout tried to buy her own.
Yep.
I mean, that's the only time I've heard it brought up. Oh, no, in Hermie Montgomery, when the chief said there's no reason to give Adam Teardrop Montgomery a polygraph because he's a lifelong criminal. He's fine with what he does.
Exactly. Easy to sway a result when you're that kind of a person.
Mm-hmm.
or Rose's, I think it was put out by the sheriff's office in Polk County. And she says she was Rose's best friend in high school. And I asked her to tell me about Rose. And this is what she said. She said, Rose was quiet and kind to everyone. She said that she remembers the first day she met her. They were juniors in school. And I'll now jump into her voice here. She said, I was new and I knew absolutely no one. We were in an after-school ITV class together, and I needed to find a ride home, but I hadn't a clue who to ask. And I was afraid because I lived so far out in the country. She lived in that place called the Barrens. And apparently Rose heard her talking to her mother, and she said, what's the problem? And this girl said, I told her, oh, I need to find a ride home, but I kind of live far out of town. And then Rose asked her, well, where do you live? And she said, well, you've probably never heard of it, but I live off of Olchen Road. I don't know if I said that right, Olchen Road. And the look that Rose gave her was like, she was in shock. And she said, I live right up the road from you. I will give you a ride. And from that day on, this girl said she and I believed it was fate. It was God who led her to me and me to her. And we became best friends.
As me, what are you going to do for her?
I mean, do you realize that this woman could possibly be stalked? Do you realize that you can cause this woman, if she's got children, for her children to be hurt? Do you realize what you're doing when you go out here and you do what you're doing? You don't know who I am, because I am not that Kathy, whatever the fucking hell you said I was. No, I'm not, hon. I never said you were Kathy. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Kathy, are you talking about that Catherine Morrison? I said you weren't. You're not.
No, she told Wisconsin Mama, she said, this is Prayer Garden. This is who she really is. Well, it's not. And then another one came out, and Prayer Garden has had, she's had pretty much everyone she's been accused of being on her show.
And she did say that. She has called her Kathy on multiple occasions, on her community posts, on her videos, but she doesn't dox people, right? This genius does not dox people unless you happen to be like, someone that she doesn't really like very much or doesn't think very much of. She doesn't dox people. No, of course she doesn't.
No, she's very anti-doxing, but she has no problem being not a hospitable guest or a host when you come to her channel, because you have to agree with her. I mean, you have to.
Well, and also it's not doxing to put out the wrong name of the wrong law firm, of the wrong lawyer, pictures of the Facebook pages of the wrong people in something that you know nothing about. That's not doxing, is it? Putting out their criminal history, literally their phone number, everything is on her community tab right now. They're the wrong people, but she doesn't do doxing. Oh, hell no.
No, not in her mind. So let's get to it. Here's our breaking news. You guys aren't going to believe it. Lisa is wrong. Okay, so this is public, not doxing, but we're going to see some doxing going on. She has a picture. It looks to me like this is from a LinkedIn. Tisha Flick, paralegal at Compton Law Firm. Compton Law Firm. She went to Rose State College. She's from Oklahoma City. Okay, that's what it says. Then she puts up Compton Law Firm. All right. Okay. She is after Queen Bee of Mobs because she said keyword here being lawyer. It doesn't say to send retainer fee to a non-lawyer's personal cash app. Now, this is where it's going to get real funny. Okay. Please hold on. Queen of Mob said lawyers accept Cash App, Venmo, and other digital peer-to-peer payments from out-of-state third parties. Yes, they do. Actually, people are mailing in checks to the law firm in Oklahoma. Okay? You all want the giggle? I'm the one that asked for a Cash App. Just send me the Cash App of your office manager, whatever, and I'll make the first payment right now. It was me. It was me.
Yeah.
Other people have the phone number, they have the address, and they're calling and they're either paying over the phone or something like that. But Lisa knows everything. Yeah, she's a personal Cash App. It's the office manager's Cash App. It's connected to Palmer Law Firm in Oklahoma. Now, Lisa have a field day with that. Okay, a field day.
It's amazing how Palmer Law Firm and Compton Law Firm are two completely different law firms, right? Okay, but that's a minor detail that seemed to have been missed by the crazy lady on Facebook, right?
Yeah. And all Queen is saying, Queen of Mobs, she's just saying, no, you can, it's 2026. There's a lot of different ways to eat an apple, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but she can't find all of those ways because of the 70s glasses.
And this is my screenshot where you see where I said, I can confirm Taylor Vine signed the contract. Now, here's the thing with screenshots and another reason why I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
I love screenshots. Send them all to me, please. I think I had 700 in one day. Before what you see on the screen, what says, I can confirm Taylor Vine signed the contract. So she is their client. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before this, I said, I want to make the initial payment. Can you send me a Cash App to your firm? Okay. And it's in this conversation. Lisa is calling it an ethics violation.
She's calling the wrong, by the way, blaming the wrong law firm for a ethics violation as well. But yeah, continue.
She might actually have the wrong Tisha, what her name is? Tisha Finker. Flicks. Okay. Oops. I thought I posted this screenshot in my last post about the Taylor Vines lawyer saga. There's no saga. She has a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Over. She has a lawyer. This has been talked about for years on the internet. Okay. Mm-hmm. I said when she came on my show, and from there, people kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. She's called a liar. She's called a skank. She's called a scum. And then, of course, people are going to, bring up my integrity. Fine by me. I don't need a fucking lawyer. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want the money. That's the reason anyone that wants to help, I'm like, well, I sent this via Cash App, or here is the name of the law firm. And you can call them and you can do it that way or send a check, however you work it out with them. That's it. Done. Over. Okay. She has a contract with them.
Mm-hmm.
With them. Okay. Now, if she decides she has cold feet or something, there is a clause in said contract that says she does not get any of the retainer fee. Not one.
Yep.
That
has all been done properly.
That has been made very clear. Not that they needed to make it clear. It's just spelled out. She knows when her deposition is. That's what I'm calling it. Her interview. She knows these things. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now here we are. We're going to talk about lips. That's great. Taylor Vine's lawyer saga. There's no saga. She has an attorney. She signed the contract. She is their client. Okay. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to attorneys, they work for you, but you pay them. It's a very mismanaged system. But I see it missed. It's what I was referring to when I said that's what caught my attention when Lips posted it. Okay. I went back to share the post directly from Lips, but it appears to have been dirty deleted. Well, then she should have called the Compton law firm in South Carolina.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at the situation with Taylor Brooks. I'm just laughing because this whole shit show is because she got the wrong law firm. I just can't. I can't with her. I can't.
She dirty deleted. I don't know. Maybe when her kids was playing with her phone. I don't know. My goodness. Call Cash Patel. Lisa, you know everyone in the FBI. Get to the bottom of this.
Exactly. What's stopping you from doing some actual research? I mean, come
on.
I want
to know.
You excel at everything. You're a straight A student. Crack on.
She said, Lip said this message was sent by attorney John Compton. No, Lips never said that.
Who's John Compton anyway? Who
I
is
have
he?
never in my entire life talked to, met, emailed a John Compton. Sue Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies telling her to send his retainer to his office manager, Tisha Flinks. I didn't say that. If you, okay, where's my phone? Let me read it. Okay. Okay, hold on. I should have done this in advance, but I didn't. Okay, where is, okay, that's, all right. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, John said, you should check out this interesting video of Palmer in action. Scroll through until you see the other attorney getting arrested. I would send a link, but having trouble with the link, and I'm driving. It's the talk of the town in Ada, Oklahoma. Many versions out there. Be sure you have complete version published 1 day ago. And I said, I certainly will. And he said the other attorney closed his office up. You do not want to be up against Mr. Palmer in court or any police station. He is lethal. And of course, then we're going back and forth. He did say that they did the free consultation with Taylor. And I said, well, I'd say he learned from you. I said, hold on. Hang on. What is that? I'm talking in a different. Okay, this is about something totally different. Hold on. Okay. Okay, he said, I wish I could have moved on faster. We just came off one trial, headed to another tomorrow. We've been tied up, but she had her free consultation and we are going to take her case. I said, no problem. Then he said, I can confirm Taylor Vines signed the contract. If you would please send $2,500 payment by Cash App to Tisha Flink, our office manager. Okay, so I've got to go up because I asked for a Cash App. And then I said, I also need a mailing address for ones that prefer to mail a payment. Thank you. And then he sent me the address and I sent it to other people.
Mm-hmm. The address, which isn't in South Carolina and has nothing to do with the Compton law firm.
No, it's like 2 Main Street, Colgate, Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Okay, Lip said this was a message sent by attorney John Compton, that's not his name, to Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies, telling her to send his retainer to his office manager. I asked for the Cash App to make it easier on me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Because if people are sending you money to your Cash App, you can just then send it straight on to that Cash App. It's easier than you having to collect it all in and then send a check or write a check or, call up and put it on your card, whatever.
Unless it's a very certain circumstance, I just don't. I just do not. I prefer everyone to send things straight to where they go. I mean, I get GoFundMe's. I get that funeral homes say, no, we're not going to sit here and play accountant. Either you have the money or you don't. So they're actually working with Taylor in a great way by just saying, yeah, we're going to get started on this. And, the money will come in. But Lisa wants to know why Lip's post was deleted. And I just read that to you from my phone. I can confirm Taylor signed the contract. If you would please send $2,500 payment by Cash App, our office manager. Okay. Now here we get to Lisa again. Okay, let's see the comments. I love the comments. I wouldn't trust anything from Lips or Tammy or Roe involved in. If she can't afford his retainer, she probably can't afford to hire him for legal representation. Thankfully, an attorney isn't even necessary for the state to prosecute. However, what is necessary is a case, as in charges, formal allegations, a report. I'm sorry, but going live over the internet to share all that mess over the course of years, yet still not reporting in the authorities in Oklahoma, Louisiana, or Mississippi, that's fishy as hell. Queen of Mob said it's because you're attacking the wrong lawyer.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Queen of Mobs knows what's up.
They really think they can just call the police 10 years later like they're ordering a fucking pizza from a Domino's app. Exactly. They need a little bit more information than saying, hey, this happened to me. Okay? We talked about the Joseph Duggar case yesterday. That was 5 years ago. Stephen Goncalves and his family, they did not need an attorney. They did not kill Kaylee and her roommates. They got an attorney to oversee the process.
Exactly.
Stacey Jones with Michaela Jones. She got an attorney and she got the Cold Case Foundation. Sometimes people reach out to something other than one detective that takes a statement. I know it sounds crazy to some people. I get it, but it happens a lot. Okay, so Lisa said, I'm not attacking a lawyer at all. Just stop.
Well,
And
you're posting the details of the wrong lawyer. What are you talking about? You're not attacking a lawyer. You're blatantly attacking a law firm with ethics violations accusations. The wrong monkey people. Oh, I can't carry on, Brooks. I'll shut up.
Okay, then here's Mark T. Brooks sent that to me as well, asking me to donate to it too, Lisa. No, I just sent it. And then he asked me for the address to the law firm. And I was like, okay, but he's in there stirring the shit too. Fine. I figured that out a long time ago. Here comes Queen. Funny thing is, Lisa's got the wrong lawyer. She goes, look at my LinkedIn post. Better tell them. LinkedIn doesn't update for people that use their app.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Just like Facebook doesn't update for any of my changes in family or anything like that. They
Just like people's Facebooks don't update their high school based on what crime happened in their state. Tipple of fools.
He said, look at my LinkedIn post. Girl, that's not your LinkedIn. That's someone else's.
Mm-hmm.
And she could have 2 or 3 of them, just like some people have like 20 Facebooks.
She could have had 2 or 3 different jobs in 2 or 3 different law firms, been 2 or 3 different office managers.
But look, she says, it doesn't matter what lawyer it is. It's still an ethics violation. Why are you not addressing that? What is she worried about? What is she worried about? People have their receipts. They know how to get to the bank and say, yeah, this didn't go the way I wanted. People are smarter than that. Again, we have a lot of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now she's on Jonathan Lee Riches. That's going to take her a long time, even though she said we shouldn't speak about Taylor. Okay, so now we get to this. She's getting real deep with this law firm that does not exist in Taylor's world.
Mm-hmm.
Dean Compton's partner, Alicia Compton, appears to have some issues. Her phone is reportedly not working, and her current clients are not able to contact her. That is not Taylor's attorney. This is in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Minor detail for a shit hot researcher, though, eh?
And here we go. Don't waste your money. Incompetent will take your money. Okay, so she's got all this stuff off of Google, but it's the wrong lawyer.
There we go. Wrong lawyer.
Like, here we are again. The entire thing seems shady AF. Well, I mean, something's shady for real because nobody got this girl help. Nobody took her to the doctor. Nobody called the police. Nobody. This should have been solved when she was a very young girl. So this is 2 days ago. I haven't been following the Taylor Vine saga. Just knowing Lips is involved was enough. Okay. So here she is. So I started digging. Ooh, she said, just had. Girl, you didn't even scrape the lid off the peanut butter jar. John D. DeVore Compton of Compton Law Firm is listed primarily as a bankruptcy, debt management, and divorce attorney. He probably is, and you could be right about this, but he has nothing to do with Taylor's case.
Exactly. And wouldn't you think someone that is so patronizing and condescending and rude to people who don't have the tax and bring their receipts?
Yep.
You think someone like that would actually be a little bit more clued up about who the hell she's talking about, what law firm it is, what lawyer's name it. Like literally, she could not research her way out of a paper bag. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you have the whole wrong state. You have the wrong law firm. Lips did not tell you John Compton. You started researching what Lips put up. And I don't know why Lips took it down. It wasn't my day to watch her. And you found this on LinkedIn where this woman used to work. And you ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make payments using Cash App to a business account. Law firms are businesses, whether she
Mhm.
knows it or not. They're not government agencies. And guess what? The IRS will take, they will take taxes via Cash App. Do you know that, Lisa? PayPal, Venmo, check in the mail, wiring from account to account. If somebody wants their money, they don't really give a fuck how you get it to them.
Mhm.
You can make payments using Cash App to a business account, although using an actual legal payment service like LawPay is recommended. Trisha Flick, Dee's paralegal, Cash App does not show up as a business account. Buyer beware.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord. Is everyone getting this?
Yeah, every word.
There's
Every word.
people that come in with straight up cash, and lawyers don't even ask where they got the money. They don't
Mhm.
care if they sold guns, drugs, or their mother's kidney.
Mhm.
Lawyers, I mean, that's how they are. But the
Mhm.
people that are criticizing this have never had to pay for an attorney. Their mothers did it for them, or they had a public defender. So they
Yeah.
don't know what it's like to go through a private law firm. And Lisa obviously doesn't know either.
Not bad for a ex-paralegal, eh?
No,
Paralegal for Chris, whatever his name is, Larson, allegedly. I mean, come on now.
she's crazy.
Help me, God. Jesus, take the wheel with these
I mean,
people,
like,
please.
when all this stuff was sent to me, I was like, South Carolina? They're duly licensed in Oklahoma and Louisiana and Mississippi? I
I
mean,
mean, honestly, the stuff that she posted about that guy, the post you were just reading, his picture, his criminal history, his business details, his phone number, his face, his photos, everything she posted for the wrong the wrong case, the wrong law firm in the wrong state. I mean, I would, if I was a attorney, if I was that attorney, I'd probably be looking at suing her for some kind of defamation or something. Like, come on now.
well, I did call that law firm yesterday and I said, hey, just to let you know, you probably have some calls coming through, people asking if you're representing a girl named Taylor. And the girl was dense as a rock. And she just said, what's the name? What's the name? And you could hear the phones going crazy. And it seems like they really do a lot of bankruptcy, family law, and divorce and stuff like that. I mean, everyone has their forte, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And I told her, and she was like, "No, no." And I'm like, "Okay." So when people call, they're gonna be asking that, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, of course, she didn't know how long she'd been working the phones that day, and they're like 24/7, and they have like something when you go to their website, you can ask a question, but it's got to be a legal question, not like who they represent. Common sense details. You know.
Hmm.
So, and Palmer Law Firm isn't going to put up with it. But I did email to that law firm her saying, no matter the lawyer, it's an ethics violation. So,
Hmm.
whatever they want to do with it, they can. That's totally up to them. But it's not like she hasn't been told, because you can see right here on this one, talking about John DeVore D. Compton, who is not Taylor's lawyer.
Yep.
And look, Lisa got 11 likes on that for the wrong lawyer. Someone came in who, by the way, has donated to Taylor's legal fund, did call the appropriate law firm, does have a receipt. Okay. She said, try again. You're a top notch researcher. South Carolina, really, you will throw anyone out there, won't you? Did you ever wonder why people find you irrelevant? I'm going to call this lawyer and explain how you are putting out slander statements. You fool, trust me, you are slandering this man. Here comes Lisa. I don't even know what you're talking about. I posted receipts for everything I said. That's not slander. You're posting the wrong people.
Oh my God. And the fact that she finds it so difficult to comprehend that
What
really is
person is
scary.
the wrong person? I posted the receipts. She thinks everything from Google is a receipt. She never has.
Posted the wrong receipts, you fool.
It's always a screenshot. It's always something she found on Google. My God, it's one thing after another. I don't even know what you're talking about. I posted receipts for everything. I said, that's not slander. She goes, and thank you for the compliment. Badass. My God.
She's completely unable to read the room at every single turn.
And this is the woman that came in when we were giving her accolades for, doing the best she could do for Ernie. And she goes, well, I send money to Shelby Shell all the time because it's the Christian thing to do. Is it Christian to lie about people? I mean, is that Christian? Because she's lying.
She's lying.
She
is it
is.
Christian to send photos of people's children to a felon in a prison, men's prison, when they're not your children, and then say that we're crazy for thinking that that photo might end up in the wrong hands?
No.
That's not how those things work, Brooks.
No, they can't be. Impossible.
Oh, she's gone. Oh no, she left me on my own. Coco Pop, yeah, I apologise for saying LKR and comprehension. It's quite clear because she wrote those posts that she has zero comprehension at all.
She has.
Brooks, welcome back.
Oh, sorry, I got dropped. It's very windy here. It's going to be windy and warm today. So Greg better get up and get ready to mow the lawn and get some leaves out of the pool. And, the justice system takes a long time. I am not part of this. No one's going to tell me anything. I'm not their client. Taylor is. She signed the paperwork. People have sent money and it's
done.
It's done.
It's done with the right law firm, with the law firm that are taking her case.
Yeah.
And it is of zero consequence to anybody else other than Taylor. That's the bottom line. Taylor got the support that she wanted and that she needed, and she signed a contract for. Therefore, there is no scam. There is no ethics violation. There is literally nothing that any single person on the internet can say. They just want to fight because they don't like each other or they don't believe Taylor. And let me tell you something as well, right? For everybody listening, and I know most people here are on the same page, but just because you don't believe someone doesn't make them a liar. Just because you don't believe what they're saying, that doesn't make them a liar. I'm sick of hearing that Taylor is a liar or Taylor's doing this or Taylor told her story. The fact that some people don't believe her does not make her a liar. I'm sorry, I feel really, really strongly about that. And I just wanted to say that so that everybody knows that's where I stand.
I do too, but the same people that are saying you can't talk about this on the internet, that's not how you do things on the internet, instantly grabbed what's going on between JLR and Magnolia.
Right, 100%.
Anything they can find, they put up. I mean, I've seen some very horrible pictures in court documents. And Jonathan, I could really care less. He cannot defend himself because there's a protective order. So when the trial is over, he said he will talk about it.
And honestly, if he was coming online talking about it every day, then there would be a reason to say you can't talk about this on the internet because legally you can't.
You can't. But you can't. I mean, that's the reason, like with Jody Sue and Andy, when she got that protective order against him, she kept calling him Voldemort. And he didn't say anything until the protective order was over.
Yep. And don't come to me and say you can't talk about stuff on the internet. She's been crying out for help for over 2 years. And because the first or second or third or fourth time she tried to tell the people that it actually, should matter to, like her mother, she was ignored because her mother was too busy dealing with drama in the Summer Wells community. Don't tell me she can't talk on the internet. Why can't she talk on the internet? It's her story. She's allowed to tell her truth of her story on the internet, the same way any other crime victim is allowed to tell their story on the internet. Come on now.
I mean, what's next? I mean, the children that were killed in Moscow, Idaho, their parents can't say anything.
Right.
You're telling me Brandy Vaughn can't talk to the news media and to social media about what's going on in her life? Why just Taylor?
Exactly. Exactly. I'll tell you why. It's because of tribalism, or this is why they think it's because of tribalism. They think, oh well, I believe this person, so therefore I can't listen to what Taylor has to say because I don't believe her. Well, just because she told you something that you don't believe, it doesn't make her a liar.
Mhm.
It doesn't make her a liar. And I'm sorry, I won't ever stand against any victim that comes and tells their story. I won't do it. It's too important. Victims get ignored, victims get blamed, and victims don't get believed every single day. And I'll always be on the other side of that, because to me, why would you not believe a victim? Why would you believe someone that's accused of being the perpetrator over a victim? It doesn't make sense to me. That's never been why I've been on YouTube, and it never will be. I would stand with the victim every time. Every time.
100%. Like, I don't believe Don and Candace and Grandis. I don't believe them.
Mm-mm.
I have a hard time believing Fred, especially since his wife has taken a piss on YouTube Live to show
Oh,
people
that was
she
gross.
has THC in her system. And he's in drug court. I don't believe any of the suspects in the Michael Brown case.
Nope.
I don't believe any of them. I believe the evidence. And it's going to take a long time. They will have the evidence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I just think that they've given Taylor too much of a hard time, and then trying to say that people that are supporting Taylor are subverting and making ethics violations against, you know what I mean, against due process. I just think get off of it now. It's dealt with. Taylor has a lawyer. Taylor has the support in place that she needs and has needed for a long time. Now it's a question of let Taylor keep supporting Taylor while she goes through the process, but don't come on slagging off the people that tried to help her and slagging off the people that donated money and slagging off the wrong law firm. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that shit, because it just makes you look like a bit of a, well, to be honest, a bit of a numpty and a bit weird that you'd be that obsessed with a girl trying to get justice for what happened to her. Like, nah, don't play it. Don't play with me.
Tell her, however it comes out, I'm proud of you for speaking up.
100%. What did I say to her? I said to her, you follow this through, it'll be the hardest thing that you've ever done. But when you follow it through, you're going to be able to stand there and other victims will look up to you. Other victims will be like, thank you for doing this. It's given me the strength to report what happened to me. It's given me the strength to get justice for what happened to me. She will be an inspiration to so many people, and I will support her every step of the way through this journey. I really will, because she should have got that support from her mother. That's the bottom line. She should have got that support where she really needed it and when she really needed it most, but she didn't. So it was left to other people that don't even know her to take up for her and take her case up for her. She doesn't need people re-victimizing her and re-traumatizing her by pulling all, saying, oh, no, this attorney said this, and blah, 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 and you need to defend
Why
them.
didn't she just call? Why didn't she just call? Why didn't she call the Center for what's it, Missing Children, that one? They already told her they can't help her because she's 21. They can't get her a
Right.
guardian ad litem, which makes
Right.
me wonder about that foundation, because a guardian ad litem, and she couldn't even pronounce it when she spoke to me, is something provided for by the state.
Well, provided for by the state for children in custody battles mainly. I mean, this has nothing to do with any of that. I mean, people are dripping stuff into her ear that isn't true. And I really hope that Taylor knows where her true supporters are and who her true supporters are, and she can shut out that kind of background noise, because it's completely unnecessary and it's completely, all it is doing is re-victimizing her. I'm sure of that. I don't know that for a fact, but I feel like that's what they're trying to do, and it won't fly with me. Not on any circumstances.
She's got her
I
brother
support Taylor.
a liar. She's got Cattle King, and how he got that name, I don't know. A cattle king is someone with a lot of land and a lot of cattle, and they're rolling in the dough. They're not sitting out in a parking lot waiting for their wife to get done shuffling fries inside the Wendy's or their girlfriend.
I'm crying about it.
Yeah, Bubba's over on Taylor stitching and bitching, calling her a liar. I'm like,
That
no.
made me sick. That made me really sick. I know for a fact, well, I don't know for a fact, I should stop saying that. I know these people are implicated themselves and they're just trying to get ahead of it and come out ahead of it and be like, oh no, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. But yeah, there's a lot more to Taylor and to Taylor's story than has even started to come out yet. So if I was the other people that are trying to mix themselves up in this mess, I'd probably just take a step back now and go, let due process happen, rather than going on and trying to make out like she's this, that, and the other. Just
Mhm.
leave her alone. If you can't support her,
Leave
if
her
you can't
alone.
contribute to the solution, don't be a part of the fucking problem.
Yeah, don't gossip about it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm here for you," and you can't put $5 towards
Hmm.
her legal fees.
Hmm.
I
You
mean,
can't help support her, then don't destroy her. You don't have to destroy her even if you don't support her. You just mind your business.
this has been going on for years. This has been talked about on the internet for years.
Hmm.
Mama Bear, I mean, a lot of different people, and that's her own daughter. I would never talk about something like that about my child. No,
Mm-mm.
it would be
Mm-mm.
handled a totally different way.
Hmm. Maybe it shouldn't have. Maybe it shouldn't have ever had to have come out on the internet, because if you had a supportive parent that you tried to tell on several occasions but was ignored because said supportive parent was busy dealing with other missing child case drama on the internet, then maybe this wouldn't have had to have come out on the internet. But the fact that she was ignored and called a liar by the person that should have took her down to the police station at the time when she tried to tell her what was going on and should have supported her through the process. That's why it needed to come out on the internet. That's why it needed to be said. That's why it needed to be spoken. That's why, because she didn't have the support where she should have got it in the first place. And I said what I said.
Did we not stand with Alana Raffield's mother
Yep.
that was on our panel? I can't tell you how many times, talking about what Heather was talking about with, I mean, her daughter.
Hmm.
Is she not allowed to talk? I mean, who do I call? Who do I call before I do a live to tell me what's acceptable and not?
Mostly me, to be fair.
Well, that happens every day. That happens every day. I mean, is there a 1-800 YouTube that I can call and Lisa answers?
Hmm.
Says, "Oh no, I've already debunked that."
I've already debunked that with 30,000 screenshots. So
Oh, yeah, I've got 33,000 screenshots on that. Or let me get on Google and I'll tell you. Yeah.
uh-huh. Or she'll say like, well, I've got dirt on you that I'm going to put out. Kat, I'm going to put out some dirt on you. What, you're going to put dirt out on me that I called you out in Michelle After Dark for calling me out in Michelle After Dark's Facebook group? Put it out. Wait and see who cries about it. Literally, it won't be me.
She came into chat that one day and she said she's got dirt on you she's going to put out. I'm like, go
Uh-huh.
ahead, do it.
Do it. I said to her, do it on more than one occasion. On more than one occasion. I do not care. It bothers me none. It bothers me not at all, because I'm not the one sitting there saying that lawyers are making ethics violations when I'm putting out the wrong lawyers at the wrong law firm in the wrong state at the wrong time. Like,
And
literally.
I'm not doing one damn thing. I'm not giving one bead of sweat off my titty
Nope.
to help this girl. All I'm going to do is continue to talk bad about her.
And bitch from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Go ahead. She's already had the worst person that could have turned their back on her, and that was her own mother. Stop trying to destroy the girl. Either be part of the solution, but don't be part of the problem. If you're going to be a part of the problem, you're just noises off. And that, I really hope that Taylor sees that too.
I do too. I think it's going to take people that know her well are going to have to talk to her. I don't feel like I'm the one that should. Okay, because I'm not.
Yeah, I get that. I don't feel like it's my place either. Although I did say to Taylor when one time I have spoke to her, like, if she does need to talk or she does want anything, I'll be there for her. But by the same score, I respect her privacy. I respect her right to choose who she feels will support her, and that's totally fine. But like I said, I'll stand with the victims always.
Always. Angry Little Beaver said you need clearance from the pedophile pack. That's what it looks like.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
And then Laura Zen, Uli, she said, Brooks and Kat, I believe in Taylor. I donated. Uli, can you put in chat where you mailed that check? Did it go to South Carolina or Oklahoma?
Please don't say South Carolina. Love you, Lee.
No, really. Yeah. Susan did too. And I know exactly where she mailed her check because we have communication. Like, this is the law firm. I said, if you want to call and confirm if they have a P.O. box instead, have at it. All right, here's more of my superhero.
That she and I believed it was fate. It was God who led her to me and me to her, and we became best friends.
As me, what are you going to do for her? I mean, do you realize that this woman could possibly be stalked? Do you realize that you can cause this woman, if she's got children, for her children to be hurt? Do you realize what you're doing when you go out here and you do what you're doing? You don't know who I am, because I am not that Kathy, whatever the fucking hell you said I was. No, I'm not, hon. I never said you were Kathy. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Kathy? Are you talking about that Catherine Morrison? I said you weren't. You're not her. I don't know what you're talking about. Absolutely not. And I'm not Kathy Moores, or whatever else you said as well. I never said you were. Never. Well, that's what I heard. I have never said that. I have never doxed you, ever. Wisconsin Mama, would you like to come up and straighten this out? Because Wisconsin Mama said...
This was the best PG show ever, by the way. It's the best show ever.
I've never doxed you. She's got the wrong law firm on YouTube. And she will call the right law firm, and she will ask if they are representing Taylor.
Eventually, yeah, she'll figure it out eventually. I did call her out on my community post, but I think she's got me blocked, so she never replies to me anyway.
I mean, I guess I could try to get in there. Let me see. Let me see.
Said it. Yes, you did. Say that my name was Kathy Moores and lived in Kentucky. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I said you weren't Kathy Morris. Everybody says you're Catherine Morris. Not Morris.
Everyone says. She always generalizes. Everyone said, like when she had that issue going on with White Boy for a week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after the Arctic Fox thing. Oh, several sources. I got a tip, and I'm like, you've never had a tip. You are an angry old lady that goes around your house that just learned how to use a phone a few years ago.
I've got a tip for her. She needs to straighten her hair and get contact lenses. There's a tip.
Well, listen to her. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, answer the question. She sent her check to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
She sent it to Oklahoma. To the Palmer Law Firm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Or Morrison or anything in that realm. You supposedly said my name is Kathy Moore or something. No, I did that. I never did. I don't know why you're lying about me, but I never said that. I'm not lying about you, hon. That's the name that you sent to Wisconsin Mama. Oh, it's Marsh. Oh, I know Kathy Marsh. She's a friend of mine. She lives in Kingsburg.
Oh, God.
Why you say that? Oh. I never did.
She's a friend of mine. Really?
Then why you send that to Wisconsin Mama?
Oh, I know Kathy. She's a friend of mine. I'm like, oh, you got lots of friends, baby, but no one backs you up.
She lives in Kingsport, Tennessee. Everybody needed to know where her friend lives and their address and their social security number. Do you want to dox her some more, Lisa? Or no, you don't do doxing, do you? No.
No,
she's my friend. Yeah, sure she is. Chris Larson's your friend. Jeannie's your friend. Grandis is your fucking friend. Come on now.
She flat out said to Zap Girl, she said, I'm a friend of the family. And people were eating her bullshit up. And I mean, I was laughing about it. I'm like, oh my God, they just don't know. Mm-hmm. They just don't know. I just left it alone and just stuck with the topic of summer. I don't really like to get into things like this, but I will right a wrong because she has the wrong law firm and she's talking about ethics violations. Mm-hmm. And she says she doesn't dox, but she's using my name, which is fine. Everyone knows my name. I mean, if you don't know my name, my phone number, my email address, where I live, you just haven't been paying attention. Okay. That I have a cat that is doing a political movement with a cat from England and a cat from Indiana. And it's called, instead of MAGA, it's called Make World Cat Again. And they have meetings quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. The amendment was invoked this morning that meant that Chip had to stay in bed for another 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what OJ's doing. He's in front of the fan. Yeah.
I think because people were accusing Kathy Marsh of being the Kathy that.
I'm gonna blame this one on Sav Girl. She's the one that got this ball rolling. Hey, Sav Girl, did Lisa make you that quilt?
Dee's laugh is so dirty.
I know Dee is. I love Dee. She's like, oh, did you make a Zab Girl a quilt to get on that and say all that bullshit? Okay. And I mean, it's really no secret if you paid attention to Lisa over the last few years and a few other people, they really don't have an issue with what happens to children.
Mm-hmm.
They just really don't.
That's the pepper.
I'm telling you, Lisa has flat out said Jeannie and Mary lied about that else. She bragged, she laughed about how Utah can't do anything about it because of statute of limitations.
Exactly.
She
said that Domwell's son is not a paedophile, even though he's an RSO. But he's not an RSO. It was Romeo and Juliet. You don't know anything. Oh my God, you're a liar. No, he's an RSO. Is he not an RSO? He is an RSO. Yeah, but it was a Romeo and Juliet thing.
Yeah, but he's still a registered sex offender.
Yeah.
Obviously, a Romeo and Juliet law.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. That's why he's an RSO, right? Because Romeo and Juliet law only make you an RSO. But I'm the liar for saying that he was an RSO because he is an RSO, apparently.
Well, he is. I mean, he has to register. That's the reason he got in trouble in Utah a few months ago because he didn't re-register.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Soliciting a minor is apparently a Romeo and Juliet law.
Oh, you're exactly right. All right, let's listen to this. And that Dirty Lips, she clipped this.
Have you seen how Lips keeps saying, you guys keep messing with my kids?
Yeah, she talks about her kids every day, all day.
So here's the deal. The mother of the two girls that she somehow got custody of, Rosie connected me with her on Facebook, and this woman, the mother of the two girls that she keeps saying, oh, they're suicidal because of nickel wiener. And of course, I'm not doing shit to Lips. This mom is calling CPS on her every time Lips is on YouTube saying that her children are suicidal. And then Lips is blaming me.
Oh,
so
deal.
I would like to connect you with this woman.
Yeah, sure. That's a great idea.
Yeah, connect her with Lisa K. Ruitz because she knows everything about the law. Okay? She knows everything about the law.
Oh, sure. Send me her name or whatever.
The mother of these children. And then I see that Peach is like, oh yeah, quit messing with my kids and all this dumb shit. Nobody's fucking with Lips. Lips is non-children. Nobody is fucking with Peach's kids. Nobody's fucking with Ghost kids. I am done with this shit. So have you?
But I mean, right there, I mean, Lisa says, oh yeah, send me her information and I'm going to continue fucking with these kids that Lips has custody of. And even though, and I don't know the situation, really has nothing to do with Taylor and what we're talking about. It's just more stuff that they say we can't talk about on the internet, but Lisa can.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Talk about other people's kids like it's her business in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I can't with that.
And how many child abusers can Jeanette hook up with? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she was with a dude that is a registered sex offender,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess he passed away, is what I heard.
Sounds like there's a whole bunch of people willing to support convicted sex offenders on YouTube because
It,
some
it's
people find all of them.
it's a trend. It's a trend, but now the
Some
trend.
people mod for them. Some people are their mods, you know. Some people mod for them and they're like, I'm not for him, I'm not for him. Like that's something to be proud of. I think you feel what I'm saying.
I do. I totally do. I understand everything you're saying. I smell everything you're stepping in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been a great show. Just if anybody wants to go and drop Lisa Kay has something to say a line and tell her, hey, look, I donated, and that's the wrong law firm.
Mm-hmm.
The wrong law firm. Now, if you're
I mean,
blind,
I
there's nothing you can do.
well, you can share the post to your own community page and make a comment, but you're never going to hear back because she never actually ever admits she's wrong because she just, I sold my receipts. What more do you want? I sold my receipts. You showed the wrong fucking people.
Well, I mean, and the whole thing, did she not, when she listened to the show, did she not kind of pick up on the trauma that Taylor's been through?
She doesn't care about people's trauma. She does not care about people's trauma. She's got no empathy at all. She's a sociopath, in my opinion. She just doesn't have any empathy.
I mean, Taylor was impoverished. They moved from place to place to place. I mean, she didn't even know. I mean, my goodness, all the different places. I mean, uneducated. She's confused about how to get a GED. One person after another in her life. That is not the way you take care of a child. Not knowing if you're going to have money to eat or not, and if there is money, Cattle King's going to eat the food.
And then when you come on and you're vulnerable and you tell your story the same way Jeannie did, the same way Taylor did, what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is jump to your own beef with another creator that's, trying to do something about it. So you're going to, fight tooth and nail to re-traumatize that person. Yeah, that makes you look so decent as a human being. Do you not think? Like, what if I said it earlier, if you can't be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem because you just make yourself look like a see you next Tuesday that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube's fine with that right now. We just can't talk about the Ukraine or Iran.
Oh, okay, so I can call her a cunt then.
Yep, they change it all the time. It's like whatever hot topic, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, YouTube has them. They're basically their own island, and a lot of Epstein's on it. And I can tell you right now, I mean, Lisa sympathizes with, I don't mean the person that cheers for the underdog, the kid that's slower when he's playing soccer or basketball, and you're like, oh my gosh, come on, you can get it, you can get it, you can do it, you can do it. No, she cheers for people that are, well, I mean, she was cheering for Don Wells.
Well, see, the way I look at it is if you're going to be a cheerleader for the perpetrators of crimes, then that makes you no better than them. It makes you no better than them. You are the same as them. If you feel like you have anything in common with the perpetrator or the predator, and you have any reason to be their, supporter, influencer, mouthpiece, whatever, then you're no better than they are. You're no better than they are. You might as well just come out and say, hey, look, I support the predator. I'm a predator sympathizer. I'm actually a predator myself. Because everyone can see it. If you start sympathizing with these people, everybody knows who you are. And you know what Susan always says? If someone shows you who they are, believe them. The first time, believe them.
Well, she shouldn't be saying that because then I wouldn't have any friends.
Shut up.
We all know how I talk. Queen Bee of Mobs, do you have a second to come up? Because I know you're in contact with Taylor quite a bit. I don't want any information about what she's saying about the attorney or what they're doing. Just if you can just let us know like how she's doing. Let's see if she comes up. She may not be able to. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I think I'm going to jump in sometime this afternoon or tomorrow morning to talk about this crazy ass Mormon that got kicked off the Bachelorette series.
Oh.
And then I'm telling you, it's a one nutty thing after another with her. And I mean, her ex-boyfriends and all that stuff. Okay. She said she'll come up for a few. All right.
Okay. I'm going to go pee. Just letting the internet know.
Okay. Kat's going to do a drug test. Okay. Just like Ziggy did on her show the other night. That was brilliant. I've just never seen anything so raw in my life. Well, hello, girlfriend. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. Okay. How is Taylor doing?
I haven't talked to her in like a couple of days, but I'll swing her like a text asking how she's doing, or I'll say have a good night or whatever. But it seems like she's doing okay. I mean, I don't like to pester her too much. I let her kind of come to me.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. But I mean, she signed that paperwork and things are going forward. So what do you think about that? We know it's going to take quite a time.
In my opinion, I wish somebody would have came to you, regardless of how this story came out. Regardless, the story's out. I just wish I guess, because I'm new to this. I just started becoming part of YouTube, and it was over the drama stuff, whatever. I won't even get into that.
Yeah.
But then when I started finding out who Jeanette was, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even want to believe it. But then Taylor's the one that reached out to me. And the reason why Taylor reached out to me is everybody can see kind of how stand up I am, where I will call anybody out. I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? To where I think she really got that vibe. Like, I can believe in this girl. She'll trust me. She'll believe me. I want to tell her my story. First time I ever talked with her, she opened up to me about it. I believe her because my gut told me that what she's saying is true.
Well, I believe her too. Private question, you don't have to answer. Did you donate to her legal fund?
Not yet, because I have to do some of my bills first before I can really do anything. But we will donate. But we will eventually donate. It just has to be. It's going to be a little while.
No. I was just curious. I just want to make sure, because talking about the difference in law firms.
I almost donated money down to North Carolina. I did.
I know, but that's the wrong law firm. That's crazy.
This is what I hate about the Google searching. Now, mind you, I believe in Google searching, but the only way Google search really can educate you is if you personally already have some kind of education behind you, so you can piece your knowledge with the pieces in Google. My son was actually diagnosed with a disability. That's how I got my son diagnosed, really, was to start off by Google. But then I would take the doctor's notes and the doctor's stuff that they would give me, and I would go to Google so I would understand it more by Googling it, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, the actual law firm is on the screen. If anybody wants to take a screenshot, you can call that number, or you can mail a check, and you can get it down to them.
All right. Well, the funny thing is I already knew who the lawyer was. So when I found out that Lisa Kay put it out there, I'm laughing. I'm going, this woman is dumb. Excuse my language, but I'm like, wait a minute. So no. And then I went on Google and I put in what she had, and she went with the first choice. If she would have actually did her research, go down about 2 notches from that law firm that she put up there. That would have given you all the information you needed.
Yeah.
to help Taylor out.
And there's no John Compton involved in this.
Mhm. I'm the type that will do research, make notes. I even have a wall that I started for Taylor, to be honest with you, because I'm trying to make connections with other things also that I found out that Jeanette will probably face eventually, hopefully, and that girl can get justice too. But that's another day. What I'll do is I'll do research and I'll piece puzzles
There's no
together.
research to do. All you have to do is ask one person, where do I send the money?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, either you want to send the money or you don't. I mean, don't sit there.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. If you don't want to donate, don't. No one's forcing anybody to donate.
But I mean,
and I hate to say it,
but there's nothing to talk about. Be supportive of her. It's like
exactly
what Innocent said. Some creators made assumptions and posts in regard to the lawyer and Taylor's story without doing research, since Taylor decided to tell it. If they can't,
and they're trying to make it ugly and trying to twist it, going, well, it should have never been put on YouTube. But what if it did? You got to understand with SA victims, and I know this on a personal level, my son was also in her situation. And I know for a fact, Taylor, if you're listening, once you're able to fully open up, like I'm getting chills saying this, once she opens up as freely to where no one judges her, she can tell her story, she'll walk out of that office with brighter eyes, less oily skin, better, beautiful, healthier looking hair, just by opening up and then walking out that building.
Yeah,
that's
agree.
why
I
I
told her
hope
that as
she
well.
gets this. Huh?
I told her that as well. That's exactly what I said to her. You know, it's going to do you so much good, and it's going to be such an inspiration for other people in the
Yeah,
future.
and then she can
I
walk
believe
out her
that.
door without being paranoid.
Exactly.
She's always paranoid and scared because people got to do shorts and go, call the cops, or I'm going to get a hold of the cops, and shit like that. And then she sends her Jeanette sends her son up there to try to silently bully her. And if anybody has mother friggin' instincts or any kind of instincts, would know that. With certain words that Jeanette uses when she does her shorts or her posts. I caught on to Jeanette when I was friends with Jeanette. I even said to my man, I said, do you think we could trust her? I said, there's just something off about her. He goes, oh, yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. And then we find out,
well, we're the ones that posted her warrant and everything.
You know, we've posted her warrant. We did research and found her warrants. I found so many different addresses. I found a connection. I found out that she had given a child up for adoption, which is the oldest, I believe the oldest child, but we also believe that there is another child out there, but we don't know. So don't speculate on that. And then I find out she pretended to have two other people come up, one pretending that it was her one son, the oldest son, and I know it wasn't him. Tried to say, his wife tried to say, well, he's never been in trouble. He's never been, really, he had 2 warrants out there. And he was incarcerated. And like I told Jeanette, Facebook is the biggest receipt money trail you'll ever come across. I found things on Facebook with her threatening her oldest son that she gave up for adoption. Something about he's going to do 40, 20 years, so she should have just stepped back and let it unfold on his own. Stuff like that.
Well, it's not her responsibility if she put the child up for adoption.
No, I know that, but there was a point to why we even would bring that up.
Well, I just think it's more, I mean, you know, they want to have, you know, a channel with nothing but drama. But when someone does something about their problem, then people are extra pissed. That's what I don't like. And as far as they're walking into a building, that probably won't happen because the way they're representing her is it's going to be like a Zoom that they use in courts now. And so she's going to give a deposition with a court reporter and everything, and then they're going to serve it to these different police stations. That's what the money is for, because she's not going to just, You can't just make a phone call and say, this happened to me 10 years ago. Can you go find this guy? They're going to say, well, where is he? Well, he's in Naples, Florida. Well, he also has a bench warrant in Louisiana. I mean, you can call Louisiana and you can say, well, is it worth it for them to go and pick him up or not? You need a little more oomph behind it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe I have 2 addresses that are based out in Naples. But I can't guarantee stuff. That's
What they don't understand.
Oh, I don't need to know where they live. I mean, but it's ridiculous. I mean, however it comes out, that's how it's going to go.
Yeah. Well, the one thing they don't get is once you get a bench warrant, especially out of one that is a non-appearance, that turns into a non-appearance warrant, failure to appear, that can turn into a felony.
Yeah, it can turn into a Class C felony.
Well,
that's just the first part of getting on that warrant list. It is that, but it can turn into a felony.
Well, I mean, she gets money off her channel. Why didn't she just go ahead and pay these fines? I mean, they're less than $1,000.
There says she doesn't make money off of you.
And I hate to say it, Cattle King has a lot more fines out there, money-wise, that he owes. What was it, like $150-something thousand? If you were to go and you're telling me he paid all them off now.
Listen, he point blank said to Brooks on Brooks's live that night, "What's the sense of paying a fine? It's petty."
Yeah.
Come on. Take care of your.
I don't know.
She's more worried. Mama Jeanette is more worried about the YouTube shit rather than her personal life to take care of her fines to get her shit straight. That's the problem.
Ain't that the truth? She was more obsessed with YouTube than she was. She was more obsessed with YouTube than she was about supporting her own daughter with these allegations.
Oh, yeah.
She was more obsessed with
that's
YouTube.
She
She was so into YouTube and so into the drama of a little girl's case that's missing out of Tennessee that when her daughter came to her and tried to tell her about what her mum's boyfriend was doing to her, her mum completely ignored her, failed to assist her, failed to support her, failed to take her to the police, failed to report what happened to her because YouTube was more important to her. That just sums it up. What your partner in the background there just said completely sums it up.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is her priority. Her daughter is not her priority. Her man, her pogo stick, whatever you want to call him, is her priority. Her daughter is not her priority, and that's how this whole thing started.
She only uses her children to benefit her when the time is right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's bottom line right there.
She can send her son now to do the damage limitation. He lives with her. He's living with her. So he's the one that's got to come out and do all the damage limitation. It made me sick when I see him on Taylor Bitching and Stitching the other day where he was like, well, when I reported it the day after it happened to me and that guy's in jail. It's like, well, good for you. Good for you. Round of applause. What would you like? A medal? Would you like a cookie? What would you like? Your sister didn't have that opportunity. Your sister wasn't believed. Your sister wasn't heard. No one supported your sister. So don't be coming out here like the big I am, like, well, at least I did the right thing. I reported what happened to me. A lot of people can't do that. It made me so mad. I can't even tell you.
Everybody's different, but it's the sad thing that gives me the most love toward Taylor is when she opened up to me about it. And personally, not on YouTube. I have not exposed any of her messages, any of her messages that she voiced sent me or nothing, and they're not going anywhere unless if the court wants to see them, then of course I will give that. But I won't put none of that on YouTube. That's why I'm fighting as hard as I am. And when people are lying on her, I know for a fact that this isn't a lie or that's a lie, just from my conversation with her. But what got me the most to really love this girl was the concept of this happening to her and her being all alone and her not having anybody when she had a whole kingdom. She had a whole kingdom, but she really didn't. And that to me gives me like, it's, I can't even explain it.
I said this last night when people were like, I think we're having a conversation about the people that were supporting Jeanette in this situation. It's like, Jeanette's a fully grown ass adult. She had responsibility. She had a daughter that needed her to look after her, protect her, care for her, respond to her. You know, she had a responsibility to do that. So don't be telling me, oh, I support Jeanette and I don't believe Taylor. I don't care. Jeanette's a fully grown adult. She's got a partner there that she's choosing to support over her own daughter. You know, tell me that she didn't even take her to the police station and help her to make a statement. And she sat up there on YouTube going, well, she needs to, if it's true, then she needs to make a statement. She needs to. Well, you should have supported her to do that in the first place. She was a child, your child.
Yep.
It blows my mind. It completely blows my mind that a mother
And then
can
they
sit
try,
there.
and then Jeanette and Jason and Suzette and Connie, and I'll say all their names, Connie S, all of them, A1, makes it look like Taylor's the dumb one. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just the way they fucking talk. It's like, really? I am embarrassed and I am ashamed that I even associated with Jeanette, Jason, and any of them. But maybe God put me in the center of all this just so that way I could be the bitch and like Taylor. Don't you ever think that them coming at me is because of you, because I will take them on all day long as you do what you need to do for you and get your story out there and get justice for what happened to you.
Exactly. That's exactly what
I got broad shoulders. I can take it. Oh no, they've come at me viciously. They've even come at me saying that my kids wanted nothing to do with me. I have the closest goddamn bond with my kid than probably most parents on YouTube do.
I guarantee that if one of your kids came and told you something that was happening to them, that you would be like, oh, sorry, I can't talk to you right now. I'm beefing with Andrew in the Summer Wells case. You know what I mean?
The day my son came out with what happened to him, I was on the phone that night with an advocate. And that advocate got me away from that situation with my son. And the person was arrested the day after, less than 24 hours later. And there you go. But it's a long story that I'm not even going to put out there because
no, I get it. But that's a great example. That's a great example.
I mean, it's a great example, and that's what mamas do. And yes, there are some children that, I mean, they are influenced and they say this happened to me. I can say that Taylor knows way too much about her mom's boyfriend to be making it up.
Exactly. And even the
I'm just
situation
that I mean, physically, I mean, a lot of stuff, things that no one should know about their mom's boyfriend or their dad or their own father.
And if anybody's trying to scare her saying, well, they don't got no physical evidence, I'm telling you right now, they don't need physical evidence to lock somebody up for SA.
It's not solely going to go on physical evidence. There's other types of evidence anyway. I
tell you right now, the guy that did that to my son was facing 25 to life. His situation was a lot different, but at the end of the day, the dude was looking at 25 to life with no physical evidence.
Well, Susan said it perfectly. Taylor was bullied for her silence because she didn't run herself to the police station at the age of 11, 12,
exactly.
14, 15, 16, 17. And now she's being bullied for speaking out. And as you can see on the screen again, Lisa K. Ruitz, my favorite researcher of all time, has the wrong law firm. There's no John Compton. I mean, again, it's a screenshot from me to someone else saying you can also, if you want, you can Cash App, and below it is a screenshot I've sent to several other people. Here's the law firm. You can call them and make your own arrangements. Very simple procedure if you want to help.
Yeah, they're all about this unethical thing that trying to make it unethical and all this and all that. And
are you kidding me? I used to work for an MRI clinic. And
I'm glad you're doing this live.
There was a lot of personal injury attorneys, and they would also do defense work. This guy, every time, I mean, I know the story by heart because he told it every time. He was like, listen, if I am going to represent you, you better show up with some form of payment. He brought him a bunch of damn iPhones. Okay? A bunch of damn iPhones. He took them. And he went into court with him. Is that a violation? I mean, goodness.
Yeah, blows my mind.
Lisa doesn't really care about victims. I mean, she cares about people that have victimized other people. We have seen it for years. We know it. We've lived it. I mean, it's not so much an underdog thing. It's just her. It's her. But I'm just telling her right now, your research is wrong. You have the wrong law firm. But I showed my receipts. And so I want to know where all these people are why are they not supporting Taylor? It took me one show to get this going. Where are they?
Yep. Yeah. What good does it do anybody for them to sit there bitching like they're bitching? I mean, it makes them look like a piece of shit for a start, but also it's like giving too much energy to something that's not your business. It don't concern you. If you're not concerned with it, then don't be concerned with it. Go do something with your life. Go sew a quilt, or I don't know, play with your cats or something. Like, just leave the victim alone then.
Yeah, just
Don't
leave.
spend all your energy trying to prove otherwise. Just go away and be quiet and enjoy your life. You know, be happy. Go be happy.
Walking Dead says she needs the StreamYard link.
Okay.
Coming up, Walking Dead. Queen Bee of Mob says because they want to be in control of the narrative. Well,
it's not their control to have. Like, it's literally not Lisa K. Ruitt's control to have in any way, shape, or form, to have any control over the situation that does not involve her at all. You know, you could sit there and be like, well, okay, I made my decision and this is what I think. I don't really think that there's a truth in this situation. Okay, then cool. So go away and do something else with your life. Don't then spend your life trying to discredit the people that are trying to support the victim. That makes sense. It's a lot of energy to expend for something that does not concern you. Go get a life, do something happy with your life and be happy. That's all I wish for you. Go be happy. Stop trying to make everybody else look wrong or look stupid or be condescending or rude or whatever you're doing, trying to prove a point that you can't prove because you did you got the wrong people involved. And that I don't understand it. I don't. Waste of your life.
It's basically, the YouTube theater we're used to. Someone asking a question instead of asking it to the person that can answer it. I mean, again, you got something to call out on the YouTube streets. I mean, that's what you do. I would think of all people, Benny would know different because, I mean, he's had some legal issues in his life. And
he's had the free lawyers, right? He's had plenty free lawyers in his life.
Well, hello, Daddy's home. How are you, baby?
Good morning. I hope everybody's having a good day. I just want to say, when Taylor first came out with this, I was sitting on a panel and she just came up on the panel and started talking. And not only did her mother say, I contacted her, I paid her, I stalked her, I did all this stuff, but within that first week that child said anything, her mother sent the cops to her brand new relationship and brand new home over 15 times. They're using every source they possibly can to harass and intimidate this kid. She even told the kid that nobody in her family wanted to speak to her, which was not true because I spoke to both brothers and both brothers expressed that they wanted to and are supporting their sister. So that's the caliber of woman you're dealing with. That's all.
Is that?
That's sick. It's really sick. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Bye, kids.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, she, what Queen was telling you was,
things on my mind.
Okay, so I get rhetoric like this. I've got a couple things on my mind, and you're talking to your friends. Okay, and I know a lot of people wanted me to be hating on Benny. It was upsetting because it seemed to me that he didn't understand what was going on. I don't think he understood that the whole she was drunk. She wasn't drunk on my panel. Her mother recorded her and put her on YouTube when she called her for yet another time saying these things happened. It was not the first conversation.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is the truth. So he doesn't know. I didn't know it's been talked about for 2 years.
Well, he made a comment to me about I was letting my hate cloud my vision. No, Benny, I let go of all my hate when I was made aware of that child's circumstance. That overrode even the horrible shit they've said about my son. Finding help for that living child was more precedent than defending the horrible things you said against my dead kids.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And they drug me through hell for standing through Taylor from the beginning. And Lips, I didn't start out as a fan of Lips, and Lips has done a lot of shitty things, but I watched Lips go on a panel with me when both the sisters were there. Lips handled it very maturely, and Lips has been standing by Taylor for those 2 years. Despite whatever else she's done on this internet, I cannot vouch for her. I can vouch for the way she has stood by Taylor. That's it.
Well, I mean, how Casey has used the app is how Casey used the app. It has nothing to do with Taylor. So
Right.
when people say, your vision is clouded, it's because you're looking more, and I don't mean you, that home, or anyone in here. It's because they get caught up in the YouTube theater, and they just don't exactly know how to put their money where their mouth is. You want to help someone, you help.
I honestly think a majority of the people on here, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but I think a lot of the people, especially the people over in that camp, have no exterior life, and they are so dependent on that little bit of interaction they have with people in that chat. They're willing to accept the RSO shit and everything else just to have some kind of social life.
I don't need friends that bad.
Right? I like being by myself.
No, I don't need friends that bad. Once my show is over, I basically tag my friend Kat in every Republican thing I can find in the United States of America. And
She's hilarious, by the way.
DIY and work on my backyard. I mean, I'm very content.
Well, even that, me being in my yard all the time, I'm a farm girl. Before I moved to the house I recently lived in, I had 15 acres, 6 dogs, 6 horses, cows, pigs, and everything else. I'm outside all day long, but because I sit in my yard, I'm now homeless. Well, now I am, but the whole 2 years, I'm homeless. I'm all kinds of things. And I'm like, really? But instead of looking inside of what y'all doing, huh? Go outside, touch grass, feed an animal, be nice to an old lady. I dare you.
Jacostin said, who parks outside someone's house and just looks at them? Isn't that weird? Anyone? Or is that a cool thing to do? I'm confused.
Yeah, she sent people to my house. There's videos of my house that she had Triggered's daughter drive to my house and take videos of my house.
That's
and
okay.
Put it on the internet.
That's okay, but this show's not about you. We can do it.
I know.
We can do it about you.
But Mama Bear's ethics and the way she's terrorizing her daughter behind this is all parts of what she's doing to intimidate her daughter into silence and trying to get the people that her daughter felt comfortable talking to silence too. I'm not going to shut up. I don't care what you do to me.
No, that's okay. I mean, the only person that can help you with your situation with her is Lisa K. Ruitz.
Yeah, right. Well, can I ask real quick, because I was unaware of this. Apparently, I have 3 children, 2 boys and a daughter in Texas, and a husband. And I was wondering if by chance I could be made aware of their names, and if it's a possibility I'll ever meet them children. Because Lisa gave me them.
Lisa K. Ruitz?
Yep, she gave me 3 kids in Texas and a husband that I abandoned. I went to Texas once when I was 54 for a week. I don't know how I did all that.
That's our girl, everyone. Get your lighter, turn on your cell phone, and it's time to have some concert lights. She knows everything. impeccable.
I love that.
That was
Whoever
good.
made that video needs an award, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm telling you, I know who made that video. She might be on panel, and it's not Ro.
Right?
They weren't on my mind when I initially did the first video about the ongoing Taylor saga, but they are now.
Here we go, the saga again.
Again, it's not ongoing from this channel because I have permission to do this today from Taylor because she said I won't be on another panel. This will be it and over. I've been asking for help for years. Okay,
And
so
that's a shame.
there's no saga. It is a shame because she's talked to many people.
There is a clip, and I believe Jeanette locked it down, but I think I have it in my Google Photos. But there's actually a clip where, oh, thank you, darling, where she explains that this has been going on for 4 years prior Taylor speaking to me in Libs, because there was a problem with Facebook going after her daughter, and because she put it out there that the daughter's father had did some shit to him. So she was well aware of this years before we ever heard Taylor's name.
Wow.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Well,
I mean,
well, she's 21. It's been going on since she was 11. So that's
right.
all. No.
Right. But her
First,
mother
let's talk
knew.
about this office manager who, when you look her up, is a paralegal. In my opinion, the esteem of being a paralegal is much higher than just being someone who fills pens and paper. And
to be quite honest, office managers in law firms make a hell of money. They run everything. And some people will actually go from being a lawyer to running the firm as a CFO. Okay, so for the millionth time, I'm the one that asked for the Cash App. Me. I'm like, do you have a Cash App to your law firm? It's 2026. We all know how to use technology.
Fight out and take some phone calls. Not to say that's not important, but being a paralegal, there's much more esteem in that, right? She's being called an office manager. Secondly,
you don't know how it is in their office. Secondly, and also they have like 17 offices around Oklahoma. That's a lot to manage. That's a lot of trials. That's a lot of stuff going on. We were actually lucky that they did the free consultation and they took her case. And they are accepting payments towards her legal fees to take her depositions and file police reports.
Can I ask you a question, folks?
Yeah.
I think I missed it because the live I was watching with Taylor on your panel, you had said that you were going to provide her with a lawyer. You contacted the lawyer, blah-de-da, blah-de-da. I was sitting in chat and I watched people send super chats to you for Taylor. I missed the part where you asked anybody for anything. Did that happen? I didn't think so.
I didn't never asked anyone for anything. She never has.
I didn't think so.
I've never ever heard that happen.
No, I
ever.
had one show where I asked people for something, actually two. I was getting my friend Kevin a laptop if anybody wanted to donate. And of course, I'm always wanting to get an ICE agent to fool Pat Kay at Las Vegas, but that's a total joke. I had been off for a while and I said, if you want to help, I said to make my, my cut for YouTube, if anybody wants to donate. And that's usually how I put it. Everyone did it on their own.
That's right.
And again, I won't have that money, and it'll be less 30%. So $100 less 30%. I'll have that in April, and yes, it'll go towards Taylor. It won't go to Taylor. It will go.
But nobody solicited the help of the public. Nobody asked for donations. If people feel like donating to this kid, that's their choice. If I think it bothers them, they're not getting the donations.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, if they were looking for donations from this channel, they come to the wrong place. No offense, Brooks. But, we don't. And this hasn't ever been a channel where we collect donations for anybody for anything. ever. Not for GoFundMe's, not for, I mean, literally for nothing. I think we mentioned the meal train a couple of times that they had for Brandy Vaughan going on. But literally, this isn't the kind of channel where we raise money, take money, donate money on a regular basis. So they're obviously looking at the wrong channel if they think that kind of stuff happens here.
Right.
No, no. And I've had to rethink my friendships because I didn't realize that Kat had so much money, and now Pat is like two on my list. I thought she was the richest friend I knew, and Nina Lewis. So now Kat's number one. That's the reason I call her all the time. Next is going to be Susan because I know she's got a stockpile of money because that's how we roll around here, right? We're all about money.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about tax liability.
Okay. Let's talk about tax liability. I don't care how you do your taxes, but I do know that they have CPAs that do the taxes for their law firm. And I promise we don't have to worry about Palmer Law Firm's taxes.
But Benny, if you would have taken a moment to do some research, you would have seen where the woman you're defending recently had her so-called employer come on and admit that he pays her under the table. Isn't that tax evasion, Benny? Run for it. Go correct that.
Well, what about where he works?
Right? They all want to point the finger, but they don't want to look in the mirror.
Doesn't he work at a funeral home?
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people, I mean, they sell their plots. They put up their home. I mean, there's a lot of ways that, you know, CPAs and tax attorneys go through taxes. I'm not going to lose a wink of sleep over how the IRS is going to deal with the money that's been put into Taylor's, not her defense, but her legal.
Justice. Her justice.
So on $3,000, you're roughly paying the tax liability of $1,000 close.
That's up to the law firm. That's how they do their tax. They do their schedules. Nothing to do with me. Is anyone in here concerned about the law firm's tax liability?
No, not personally. I
mean,
less.
How much tax did he pay? When I know he gets a 1099, how much tax did he pay when he had a picture of Don Wells on the toilet? Or when he was doing Cash App Gang and he was collecting a lot of money? How did he navigate that? I mean, you're a one-man band. You're worried about a law firm with hundreds of employees.
To $1,000, right? So are we to believe that the office manager is going to take the hit on the tax liability for this retainer, and the lawyer is also going to take the same hit on the tax liability for the same $2,500? If it doesn't make dollars to a lawyer, it doesn't make sense. So now,
it doesn't make sense to you, Benny, because you don't understand. You're literally not even thinking on the same plane as anyone else. So that's why it doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense. It's their tax liability, not yours.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't really think about my tax liability when I sell a service because I'm a really good pole dancer. I don't, and I take Cash App. Okay, I take it. I don't really worry about Uncle Sam in, you know, the next fiscal year. Okay, so here I have another tax liability. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, Jananka, I love you.
Say it's a third.
So he's assuming that out of $2,500 that the government's going to take a third. When they employ people and they pay employment tax, they pay for all of their employees' health insurance, and that they're going to be penalized because they got one of the smallest retainers they've ever gotten in the history of the law firm. Okay, I'm being quite honest. This is a paperwork retainer. Okay, this is not a murder trial. This is not a high stakes divorce where everyone's got tons of shit at Eufaula Lake and timeshares and sky miles and houses in, offices at Tulsa Hills. We're not talking about something like that. Those are huge retainers. So how the law firm does their taxes, it's really not something I can help with. Okay.
Not something I'd be even interested in, like, finding out even. Like, that's how uninteresting the whole point of this thing that Benny's saying is to me, like, literally. Like, if she pays her taxes, I don't care. Like you said earlier, Cash App Gang didn't pay no taxes, did it?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you pay the taxes on, your Cash App? I write all my stuff off. I'm a very good United States citizen. I rape them every time I get a chance.
Well, see, that's the other benefit of not being a United States citizen. But I have to pay American tax, so there's that.
No, some countries just take it like right off the tip, and some of us pay it like throughout the year. It's totally different.
Taxes included most things here, so
there you go.
There you go.
But he's upset about this. I don't know.
Really upset. Like, really upset for what reason?
He's saying 30%. Okay, that's YouTube. YouTube takes 30%. No one is saying that the federal government or the state of Oklahoma is going to take 30% of this, because they also have tons of write-offs for so many employees.
Yep. And
so
he's
now,
trying to do this to make a point that
on
something you did for Taylor wasn't right,
you're paying almost $1,000 twice. Or is she going to draw out the $2,500, take the hit on the tax liability for her boss, and then he's going to take the retainer, the $2,500, and either pay her tax liability or not pay his tax liability, which is unethical.
Really?
Right? Now,
unethical. They have an entire firm that is nothing but tax attorneys. I think they know what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's cracking me up. It's just the amount of effort that people are spending trying to discredit this whole thing.
Trying to discredit Taylor. You shouldn't put this on YouTube. And now we're worried about other people's taxes.
Tax liability. Exactly.
I get a 1099 every year, and it's fucking impressive. You wouldn't believe all the shit I do with my money. You wouldn't believe it. But I have an entire spreadsheet of everything that I give back from the channel, and I almost get I get 100% write-off, if you want to know the truth. Lisa would shit her fucking britches if she saw it. True story. True story.
But so much effort trying to discredit Taylor in the most obnoxious of ways. Like, oh yeah, she shouldn't put it on the internet, but let's all talk about the tax write-offs. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Benny? Like, seriously, go do your job, please. You were much better when you were dressed in a suit and doing your actual job.
We're more worried about a law firm's taxes that have a CPA and tax attorneys that are attorneys and certified public accountants, as opposed to a girl that, well, I say she's a girl, she's 21, she's a girl to me, that was horrifically, abused. And then it goes into, we don't want someone arrested that didn't do anything wrong. Well, no shit, no one does. That's where evidence comes in.
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit further with the ethics. Right?
Oh, please do.
You now have a lawyer who is going to help with the logistics of filing a complaint on behalf of an alleged victim.
They're not going to file a complaint, okay? Since she's in Washington and she has an advocate in Washington, they are communicating with this advocate. This is what I was told. I am not part of this case. I am not the client of the wrong law firm from South Carolina, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I mean, if I was in South Carolina, maybe I'll get a hold of Jules. I mean, we should give these people some business. What the hell? It's absolutely crazy. They're not filing a complaint. They're taking a sworn deposition, and then they're filing police reports. And then they're going to get into Louisiana to say, well, on top of this, he's got a bench warrant in your state. Then you get to the bottom of it and you can figure out what's going on. Either way, he still has a bench warrant in Louisiana. I mean, either way. I don't get away with shit like that. I don't get to just roll down the road and say, oh, I'm just going to go and work at another Wendy's or pick up some people at the Home Depot and go do some drywalling. No, I'm honestly, I don't have as much energy as them.
When every single day, his job is to the best of his ethical ability to make sure someone like Cattle King gets off the hook.
Well, there's different aspects of the law. Sometimes someone comes to the office and they say, I need to file for divorce. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next day, someone comes in and says, I need help because I've been calling the police about a domestic violence situation. You can't say, oh, hold on. So you're representing this person in court to divide up their assets under a marital contract, but this person feels like they're not being listened to for domestic violence, so we can't help that person. And him saying they're ethical, I have never met a fucking ethical attorney. Not even one. Okay? Not even one.
I'm just dying at the mansplaining of ethics from the person that is mansplaining here. It's just such a contradiction in terms for my brain. I'm struggling.
Absolutely crazy. We're worried about this. We're worried about the owner of the law firms. Okay. We be more worried about the ethics of the case.
No, yeah, that's two people that have basically accused these lawyers of ethical violations that haven't even said that they feel like, they don't want to support Taylor. They just basically want to make a shit show out of the lawyers. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's why it's important to you. That's where your priorities lie, is it? Okay. Got it.
You go ahead and you go to college and, you put your slate, you go through the bar exam, you put your slate out and you can do it. And then you worry about your own taxes or worry about your own ethics. I think mine are in check. I'm not exploiting this girl. I mean, this community is doing what we can do to get her some help.
Exactly.
She's not going to drive down from Washington or fly down and go to these different police stations and do a road trip and say, this happened to me 10 years ago. No, she needs different help. She is uneducated. She has been malnourished. She was impoverished. I mean, every time she came home, there was something different going on. And she wants this done. She wants it in her rear view mirror. And if she gets it done, I hope she does. If she does it, it has nothing to do with you, Kat, me, Benny, Lisa K. Ruetz, or anyone that keeps wanting to slam her.
Mm-hmm.
Me is fine. Her is different. But as far as Cattle King, Benny ought to talk to some people because he's not even allowed to see his own children. I don't think he's ever been around them.
There we have it.
To make sure someone like Cattle King gets off the hook. He gets paid Monday through Friday to keep sex offenders out of jail. Now, all of a sudden, the office manager is going to take a little money on behalf of this attorney to put one in jail. Where's the ethics in any of this?
Well, here's the ethics. They also take checks in the mail. You can also call the law firm and they will send you an invoice for what you're going to pay. You can do it, through their online process. There's other ways to eat an apple. Okay. You don't have to use the Cash App. That was my lazy ass saying, does your office have a Cash App?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I have a receipt. I've actually got 2, if you want to know the truth. So I don't have to worry about it. I know it's been paid.
Yeah, again, it's just so much effort going into trying to discredit something that is literally not a single bit of his business. But,
They're all worried about Cattle King.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, also understanding that with lawyers, ethics are a real issue because so many defense attorneys who once were a long arm of the law will use the fact.
When has a defense attorney ever been the long arm of the law?
Right.
Maybe they are for people that can't afford an attorney and they're like, listen, just do what I say. Just stand up and say not guilty. That's normally what they do.
You see, this is what I don't understand. Since when did Taylor need a defense attorney? She's not being prosecuted for anything. She's a victim. She hasn't done anything wrong. So why does he keep talking about defense attorneys? Because that's the only experience of attorneys he's ever had, I reckon. Taylor doesn't need a defense attorney. What is he talking about?
I really have no idea. I think he's talking about the ethics of attorneys in general, but that's
I've seen Better Call Saul. I've seen Breaking Bad. I know how defense attorneys work. I know how these ambulance chasing attorneys work. Like, what is he talking about? It has nothing to do with Taylor at all.
No, I would say no. It really doesn't. She doesn't need a defense attorney. If she needed a defense attorney, she would need one in Washington and one would be assigned to her because she has no money.
Exactly.
And since she doesn't have any money and she cannot get to these police stations to tell her story and say what happened to her beginning at the age of 11, then she has to get someone to represent her. I don't
Exactly.
What's going on. We just talked about Joseph Duggar yesterday. The child that he abused, the family got an attorney. Why would they need an attorney? They didn't do anything wrong. A lot of people do it. Oversee.
Well, exactly. It's legal representation anyway. You don't have to be a defense attorney. You have a representative that can do things on your behalf that for whatever reason you're not able to do on your own behalf, like travel to different states to report different crimes to different police stations, because those were the places where things actually happened to you. The whole point of having legal representation is not for your defense, it's for you to speak on your behalf as an advocate. And you would have thought that someone that used to, throw out linguistics classes for $60 a pop would understand the difference, honestly. But
yeah, it's very confusing to me. Like I said, there's constitutional attorneys, civil rights attorneys. They have their own thing. So to assume that every attorney is a defense attorney is insane. And so here's the ethics. So one day you're trying to keep a child molester out of jail and the next day you're trying to put one in jail. That's the name of the game if they use a defense attorney. They may not use a defense attorney in this case. I don't know. No one has actually been assigned to the case as far as I know, because they haven't gone through her
The deposition. Exactly.
And I won't know because, like I said, I am not the client. She, and if she wants to talk about it, she can. The best thing she can do is not talk about it. She should continue with counseling and whatever she's got going on.
That, oh, well, I'm a free world attorney. I'm a defense attorney with, let's say, 10 years of prosecutorial or DA duties under my belt. That's not a flex, my boy. What that means is you have a problem with your ethics. You should have started out as a defense attorney or remained a long arm of the law, because at a point when you're working to advocate for victims as a representative of the state, you are trying to put offenders in prison. Then all of a sudden it's a monetary issue, and now you're taking money to keep the very same people you wish to put in prison to keep them on the streets. None of this makes no sense, right? Whatever this is or it isn't, it was, I'll tell you what it is. It wasn't well thought out. NCMEC, make no mistake, they haven't never advocated to keep an offender out of jail.
And they said to Taylor they cannot help her. They help people get guardian ad litems, and she's 21. I was on the phone with her when I said maybe we should try this. I took the advice, and it was a flat, we can't.
And you had your best listening ears on, and you didn't even need a man to explain it to you.
No, they
made sense.
And now I kind of wonder about what they really do, but I would have to do some research. But Lisa K. Ruiz is probably still in jail. They told her, we can't do anything. You are 21. You're going to either have to get an attorney to guide you through the process, since it's been so long, or you're going to have to go to these police stations and then they will take your report. And she was crying. She said, what you suggest? I suggest getting an attorney.
And look what happened. We got her an attorney.
What do you think?
There you go.
And don't get me wrong, it seems like a great organization, but guardian ad litems are provided by the state where a child has been abused. You don't need that 800 number. You really don't. Now, they're really good with the Aware Foundation. They put up flyers real quick. I mean, they do things like that. I do know over our course of travels over the years, we've had some people saying, I need flyers, and they flat out told them no. They don't, they're like, no, we don't do that anymore.
Now, by proxy, they're there to get to the bottom of the scenario. If that means this victim has done something, said something, or whatever that makes the case untriable, or because of the details of the statements, it never even goes to court, then yes, by proxy, NCMEC.
She has never given a sworn statement. That happens next week. So as far as social media and what she has said, I mean, maybe they can bring it into court. Maybe they can bring in what her brother has said to court. Maybe they can bring in what Jeanette has said to court. Maybe they can bring in what Cattle King has said to court and everybody else. But her sworn statement is what they're going to go with. And that's how they're going to start the process.
Kept someone out of prison, but justly. This is a real problem. None of this makes any sense. And this isn't even the level of thinking you would expect any of these people to give it, first of all. This is not scholar level thinking, but it certainly is above true crime level thinking.
What?
What do you mean? You mean to tell me this lawyer is actually going to take money to put someone in prison and then later on in the day?
No, the lawyer won't put one in prison. No. No, the lawyer won't. Law enforcement will if they find evidence.
Yeah, this is the same person that used to charge people $60 to teach them about vocabulary, lecturing us on the level of true crime thinking.
The lawyer's not anyone in jail. The lawyer can't charge anyone with anything. I mean, the DA can. So, I mean, when things are presented, if the DA said there's enough evidence, then it goes forward.
Yeah, due process, Benny.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a lawyer arrest me. I've had a Cherokee marshal get pissed at me for having an open container in my car at the Hard Rock Casino. But no lawyer's ever tapped on my fucking window or pulled me over.
Is actually going to take money to put someone in prison and then later on in the day go to trial to keep a sex offender out of prison. And I only say a sex offender because, well, why, Benny? Well, to take a case like this would mean you have the qualifications. You telling the world, I will take this case. I will take the complainant's case and try to logistically move it through the court for $2,500 to get justice for her. Meanwhile, and I'm reiterating myself, meanwhile, you're going to spend every other day of the week making sure probably justice isn't served for other victims, right? Man, look here, you can miss me with all that. You dig? Straight up.
We'll miss you with it straight
I
up.
love all of y'all individuals. Remember the absence of evidence and not the evidence of absence.
Yeah, I'll miss him with that shit because he don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, so you're telling me that she's the one person on the planet that doesn't deserve help.
Right. That's exactly what he's saying.
I mean,
it's like, how dare you get a lawyer to try to help somebody when that same lawyer will defend other people and stop them and get them in prison or out of prison? Like, that's got nothing to do with Taylor. It literally has nothing to do with the situation with Taylor. Taylor deserves justice in her own right for her own story with her own lawyer, her own attorney, advocating on her own behalf. Regardless, I mean, otherwise there would be no lawyers. If lawyers seriously couldn't be defense lawyers or prosecuting attorneys, one or the other, which they do interchange sometimes, occasionally it happens, then there'd be no lawyers, would there? No one would be able to be a lawyer if they, one day put away a sex offender and the next day was trying to defend a sex. Like, there would be no lawyers. I'm sorry, I can't. My eyes are too far back in my head.
They present the evidence to the court.
Exactly.
Their case, they get their paycheck and they go home. And
that's their job, Benny. Like, that's literally their job. That's what they do for a living. And they pay their taxes or they don't pay their taxes. Either way, that's none of your business. So what he basically just sat there and said, in short, was, I don't know what an attorney's job is, and I don't really understand how attorneys work, but I'm going to shout it at you so you feel really stupid because you won't understand what I'm saying. That's what he just basically said. In a nutshell.
Well, and he's also worried about the attorney's ethics, which I can go ahead and solve this for him. They have none. And he's also worried about their taxes. I'm going to solve it for you. And they do not care because they have tax attorneys that make sure they pay the minimum in taxes because they employ so many people and they provide health care and free parking spots for them and give them anniversaries and birthdays and vacation days and maternity leave and all kinds of stuff. So they really don't have to worry about a big chunk of taxes coming out of $2,500 to take a deposition and get it to these other
authorities.
authorities. They really don't have to worry about that. He doesn't have to worry about it.
I mean, he's been inside himself. Did he ever stop and think about the taxes that his lawyer was paying, or whether his lawyer had ever kept someone out of jail for the same offence that he was put in jail for? He's talking out of his ass. What is he talking about? I need to like re-roll my eyes back into my head because I'm actually have a headache. You should have seen my face. Listen to that. You literally should have seen it.
It's great. It's great. I mean, I guess I should screenshot this, but I mean, it would go crazy. This is sent to me from someone else. I'll just say that because it's going to cause a bigger shitstorm. Interviews are Monday, and we will get the reports filed. And they're going to file it electronically to the proper authorities in Oklahoma, not South Carolina. Thanks for bringing us this interesting matter.
There you go.
So, I mean, either way, I mean, I'm sorry if people want to talk about Cattle King. If he didn't do anything to her, well, then it's going to be perjury. It's going to be perjury.
I just think people need to stop wasting their time talking about random shit like lawyers' taxes and Cash App and the wrong lawyers and just actually just focus on the victim and what's important, and that's just Taylor getting justice. And if you don't want Taylor to get justice, then just shut up and go away. Go do something with your life. But you don't have to drag Taylor down with you just because you don't believe her. Doesn't mean she's not telling the truth. Due process will happen. Whether you sit there and shout about it, cry about it, talk about it, slag people off about it, badmouth their lawyer, badmouth their tax system, but like literally none of that is going to make the slightest bit of difference to the fact that Taylor has a lawyer retained and Taylor is going to move her case forward and that they're going to help her to do it. That's as simple as it is. That's it. That's it.
I'm telling you. I mean, and that is the absolute truth,
Nothing I say or do is actually going to change the outcome at all. Nothing, no offense, but nothing you say or do is going to change the outcome at all. The tools were provided for somebody that needed and wanted and was asking for the tools. The tools were provided to them. What happens from this moment going forward is to do with the tool and the person that required the tool. And not one single thing anybody else says or does about it is going to change whatever's going to happen in the end. So everyone could just chill, go do something nice, enjoy the sunshine. It's quite sunny here.
It is
support Taylor or shut up, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to support Taylor, you don't have to. And I don't mean monetarily. I don't mean that at all. I mean, they're starting everything on Monday, and whatever happens. It comes down to evidence. But we have a bigger problem right now because it seems like when we were doing this show, Chip and OJ and Finn went live. Let's look at this.
Okay.
My fellow felines, tremendous humans, and some very bad dogs, we are here today because of a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad rumor, a nasty fake news dog propagated rumor that cats, yes, cats, are leaving the MAGA movement. Now, let me tell you something, folks.
They have their own make that again. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see that Chip has grabbed the microphone. He is pissed.
This is a disaster, an absolute catastrophe. Huge word, by the way. Cat is in it. You see that? But let me assure you, it's all fake. Fake meows, fake claws, fake tails. Now, some people, very weak, very low energy people, probably dog owners, maybe even golden retriever owners, folks, are saying that our movement is over, that the MAGA cats are losing steam. Losing steam. Have you ever met a cat? We sleep 16 hours a day and wake up fully recharged.
Chip, OJ, and Finn changed that to 18 hours a day.
18 hours a day. With
And
a 4-hour lie-in on a Saturday.
Out you had so much money, he decided to do this.
Okay. To run Zoomies across the greatest nation on earth. We do not lose steam. We knock over vases. We claw up the furniture. We make America purr again. We don't quit. And let's talk about dogs, folks. The real culprits behind this so-called trend. They've been running a fake news campaign trying to tell you that MAGA is over. Let me tell you, dogs are very jealous. Very jealous. They see us getting all the attention.
This is great.
Listen, these are our cats. We deal with
I
this
know.
every day.
I know.
So I mean, somebody should be like doing a GoFundMe for you and me, Cat. I mean, this is
Yeah, we have to put up with this every day, you know.
I mean, they demand everything. You wouldn't believe it this morning. I mean, I was getting some laundry out. You know how Ange gets us those nice silk pillowcases? So I had one like very warm on a fluffy pillow. Guess whose black ass lays on it? Okay. And it's part of the Make World Cat Again charter. We can't do anything with them.
We're powerless.
All the power, all the high places to sit in the house, and they hate it. They bark and slobber and chase their own tails in circles like the radical left, by the way. No direction, totally lost, while we sit back, judge them, and lick our paws in victory. Now, let's be honest, folks. If any cats left MAGA, let's just say it. They were weak cats. Probably didn't even sharpen their claws. Probably used the litter box like some kind of peasant instead of asserting dominance by knocking things off the counter.
That is charter 3.2 right now in the Make Cat Again with Finn, Chip, and OJ. OJ got demoted. Chip has taken over. Okay. OJ, because he was sleeping on a warm silk pillowcase. He's kind of the Christy Noam of the movement right now. Okay. Just without the hair extensions. Okay.
Well, Chip is the right kind of shade of orange to be the president, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken all the shit over. Okay.
Probably the kind of cat that lets humans dress them in embarrassing little sweaters, not real alpha cats. The real cats, the big cats, the strong cats, the most loyal, high energy, best cats are still here. Let's talk about the numbers, folks. My numbers, huge, incredible. Every single cat tree in America, full of MAGA cats. Every windowsill, MAGA cats. Every expensive couch, scratched up by MAGA cats. We are the majority. The fake news media won't show you this. They don't want you to know that MAGA cats are thriving, that we are stronger than ever, that we are...
OJ is going in front of the Cat Congress, ordered by Chip, by his Attorney General Finn, because he wants OJ to answer for why he has slept 22 hours overnight. Okay? They are fucking ruthless. Okay? And all it started when Chip found out that Cat has a lot of money. And it also started when Chip found out that OJ was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken for dinner. It became a bad problem because Chip's like, what am I doing eating this shit over here?
Chip was trying to make do with chicken nuggets, and then he found out that OJ was getting Kentucky Fried Chicken. He was like, nah, we don't play that like that. No, we don't play like that. Why have I got nuggets?
No, they don't take that. They won't. No, it's. I'm telling you what. I mean, we're Iran and they're America. Okay, so fuck you all. We have a lot of stuff going on.
MAGA cats are thriving. That we are stronger than ever. That we are smarter, faster, and more adorable than these weak, sad tail chasing dogs. And to those saying they're leaving MAGA, listen. We don't need you. We don't want you. We are too strong, too smart, too well groomed to care. You think we beg for acceptance? We are cats. We stare at the world with judgment in our eyes and indifference in our souls. And yet, we run the show. So to all my real cats out there, all my big, beautiful, fluffy patriots, I say this, the MAGA movement is not only alive, it's sharpening its claws, it's stretching, it's knocking over democracy's water glass because we can, and no amount of barking, whining, or tail wagging from these fake news dogs will change that. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay MAGA. Paw, sidentially yours, Cat Trump, the best cat maybe ever. Nobody knows cats better than me. Believe me. P.S. dogs, your days are numbered. Watch out. We're coming for your chew toys.
That's hilarious.
Horrible what they're going through. I didn't even realize their movement. I mean, they're worse than Charlie Kirk. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my
Make
God.
World Cat again.
Make world cat again. I mean, they know how to move into people's homes and just take them over. I mean, we shut down the wrong fucking border. Oh my God.
You're fucking hilarious.
What do you mean? Oh, it's one thing after another with these kitties. I mean, my granddaughter is not near as needy, and she's a human being than OJ. But anyway, I mean, they're after us. Okay, the cats are. And I think Kat and I are going to start a global alliance to end their regime of socialism. And
Socialist alliance.
Their socialist alliance. It's getting way too much. You all, thank you for being here today. Just keep Taylor in your prayers and pray for, judges and the attorneys and the detectives and everyone that's going to go through everything. And, pray for her to have strength to do what she needs to do. And if she doesn't want to, either way, just pray. Either way, no one's going to be out money. The law firm, if she decides she doesn't want to do it, they'll get your money back to you. I mean, they won't do it instantly. And also, don't worry about their taxes or their ethics. Okay?
Yeah, I'll sleep really good tonight. I don't have any concerns about that.
Because I can tell you right now, I mean, even all the attorneys that represented Benny, Ernie, and all this stuff, they don't have any ethics. They know how to bend the law. They bend it until it almost breaks. Okay? And I mean, her well-being and all the things that she needs. Well, this was a great show, and sorry to just hit it with you like this, but it's only so often that Kat and I can get together and have a great show. So, Kat, I love you so much, and I will see you guys over in Discord.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Superhero.